Welcome to the Backlog Chronicles.
We are a podcast that challenges fanboy beliefs
and takes a pragmatic approach to all things gaming.
We strive to create a community for self-thinking fellow gamers.
A community where logical conversation can take place.
and a drive to further one's knowledge of gaming can be sparked.
Take a seat.
Show's about to begin.
I love it, man. I saw you
That's
doing
nice.
that while the song was playing. That was some badass shit. I can't believe we've never thought of that. Fucking Joe, man. He comes in, he starts doing the violin stuff. Yeah, man.
I wanted to make sure it's like nice in space.
It's nice, man. Oh yeah, I like it. Maybe I'll start rocking that in the future. What's up, baby? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? This is TBC 64 on this Sunday, September 5th, 2021. I am Dr. Mo Kalma, with my fucking sons and a new guest, one of our honorary sons, Joe. How you guys doing, man? How's everybody doing? What's going on? You guys all right?
I'll let Husk have it from here.
Well,
first.
yeah. I mean, I was gonna do the introduction, but first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generally.
All right. Yeah. Well, without further ado, blah blah blah. I mean, you fucked up my flow, Joe. Come on, man. You've been on the. I don't know what to say, bro.
It's because there's so many emotions.
It's okay. I know,
PlayStation's
man.
dead.
Look, I know it's because you're reeling over the fact that PlayStation is fucking dead, but you got to take it easy, man. I mean, just breathe. It's okay. I'll help you sell your console. I promise. Somebody
buy
will
it.
buy it.
Yes, you can sell it. It's true.
Yeah, somebody
It's not
will
selling
buy
out
it.
anyway,
I promise you.
The shelves are stocking up, man.
Yeah.
Everyone wants this thing.
Yeah. Nix is like more sons, men, more goes around.
Yeah, he does. He does get around.
Oh, man. Yeah, let me go around, man. Thanks for being with us, guys, everybody. Appreciate you, as always, on this Labor Day weekend. I'm surprised a lot of people that we interact with, a lot of our friends on Twitter haven't really traveled a lot. I know some people who've gotten away for the weekend, but regardless, thanks for being here. All right, let me go around. First, gonna introduce Mr. Husk from GBTB Nation. First time on the show. Brother man, how you doing?
It's been a
What's
long
going
time
on?
coming.
Yeah, it has, bro. I know.
Dude, I'm great. I'm fucking pumped to be here. I don't get to do shit on Sundays. Usually I have to work tomorrow. Sundays, chores, hang out with the wife, kids, family stuff. And yeah, tomorrow allows me to be here today, and the topics list is solid. I can't wait to talk about this shit. Let's fucking roll.
Are you working tomorrow?
No.
Oh, good
No.
shit.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
All
why
right.
I'm here. That's why I'm here today.
All
So I
right.
don't have to work tomorrow.
My fucking son.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Good shit. Okay. Well, good to have you, man. And then our next son, Mr. Badbit, Mr. Joe, PS Trophy Room. How you doing, my friend?
I'm a little nervous. This
I know.
There's
It's your
so
first
many
time on
people,
camera.
yeah.
It's okay, man. You'll be okay.
My mom said I could say it play. I'm depressed because Sony is dead. They pretty much confirmed that Jim Ryan's a liar.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he slept with my mother.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's like that, huh? It's to that
Wow.
extent.
Yeah, I think he did.
I
He
thought,
says he does it.
damn, I thought it was.
We're gonna add that topic in.
Please.
Ryan's got a lot to worry about if that's the case, bro. Holy shit. We thought it was just the Horizon's fucking Forbidden West stuff, but damn.
No, it's
To that
full
extent,
on
huh?
penetration. Yeah.
Yeah, but what we'll do is after the show, we'll talk about the future of your show, because
Okay.
if it's dead, then you can't
Yeah.
do, the trophy room. So
Xbox achievement hallway.
yeah, he's thought about it already. What's it called? What were you gonna call it, Joe?
Well, now what we have on the trophy room is called. Whenever I want to talk about Halo, I bring in a Xbox show within a PlayStation podcast called the Achievement Hall, and listen, we're already starting the rebrand. I'm already getting that Xbox soap. Remember that? Bringing it back.
Yeah, that's right, bro. Nice and you leather that bitch very
you have
nice
to,
and
man.
well.
You have to.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming though, Joe. Joe was a late addition of the day, but appreciate you being with us, man. As always,
Absolutely.
you and Husk. Yeah. So if you haven't noticed, our adventuring son, Jordan, the model, he's not here. He's out somewhere camping, doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Delivering
sure
messages.
Yeah, he's
Jordan
using-
Porter Bridges.
Yeah, Jordan Porter Bridges. I like that, bro. That is good right there.
He has a
That
little
is-
baby Mo.
That's exactly what we're gonna call him.
That vision is frightening. It's fucking frightening, man.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, man. That's good shit. So yeah, Jordan, we hope you're doing well, man. Just don't fucking get eaten by a bear or whatever it is that you're doing out there.
Yeah, or get your arms stuck in a rock.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Or if you do get eaten by a bear, don't let him eat your ass first.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's true. That's very
man.
embarrassing.
Head first,
Yeah.
right into his mouth.
head first or
Yeah.
arm out first, right? Better to lose your arm than your
Or
ass.
try to eat him. Start
What-
biting his ass. I don't know. Who
That's
knows?
true, man.
Might freak him
That's-
up. I just
When he,
fucking knows
Yeah.
when he texted us about his trip, like, yo, guys, I'm leaving. Like, all I wanted to do was send him a 28 or 127 hours later gif, you know?
No
but I was like,
shit.
that might be in bad taste. And I was
That's
like,
fucked up.
I was like, just be safe, bro.
It's like Final Destination before someone takes a flight.
Yep.
You don't do that. That's bad.
yeah, exactly.
God bless him and his energy, man. It's fucking crazy. The guy loves doing that shit. All right. Next is my fucking son, K-Med, Mr.
What's
Kevin.
up?
How you doing, brother, man?
I'm excited to be here. The topics are fucking looking good,
Yes,
and
they are,
we
bro.
have some
yes, they
good
are.
guests. So I want to get in this deep, elbow deep.
Oh, we will. Well, we'll get elbow deep, man. We will get elbow deep.
Oh yeah.
For sure. And lastly, my man, my fucking son, Machine Gun Mike. What's up, baby?
Nothing much, Mo. Just chilling like a villain. This week, what has been going on? I'm just deep into that newborn rotation, so I don't know when's daytime or when's nighttime. I'm just up when I'm up, and
Oh,
when
yeah.
when
Yeah,
I'm sleeping,
that's
I'm
right.
sleeping right now. Like
Yeah.
I literally just woke up from a nap, and I was just like, oh my god, I gotta get my shit together right now. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this week for gaming, pumped about it. I like the topics. Let's do this. How are you,
Let's
Mo?
go,
by the
bro.
way?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah. My kids both have been sick actually. Yeah, they fucking. I mean, they're fine, but it's just been a fucking shitty ass week, you know. But other than that, yeah, man, it's been a good week in gaming, that's for sure.
That is for sure. I feel you. Mo.
Yes. Let me go around, ask you guys what you've been playing before we dive into the nitty gritty. Again, everybody in the chat, thank you for being with us. Appreciate you guys. Lady, good to see you. Mav, I see you out there. Mariano, Nix, everybody, good to see you.
Lady, you
All right.
doing all right? Your family doing good? Let me know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're doing okay, man. Yeah,
Quarantine's driving her
they're
fucking
getting
nuts.
over that. They're getting over that hump. All right. Let me start with Husk, man. Husk, what you been playing this week, bro?
Well, every Sunday I play 7 Days to Die on my PC with the girlfriend, so I played that. I got into Song of Iron. Just haven't finished it yet. I played some Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
I think that pretty much sums it up, unless I played something when I was drunk and I don't remember something.
That's always good, though, man. That's not bad, you know.
So yeah,
That's always fun.
How's Song of Iron,
a
Husk?
handful of things. Honestly, it takes some getting used to. I think some people overpraised it. I won't go any farther than that.
No
But
way.
Joe did a fantastic job for a one-man band.
Yeah, he
And
did.
the fact that this is going to kind of slingshot him into hopefully at least a small team like this, any follow-up to this is going to be like it should be fucking like great. You get used to the controls. A couple things I wasn't a fan of. The left analog stick does this like back juke thing that I can't stand because I'm a squeezer. Like if I'm in a tense situation, I'll squeeze down and I'll be in the middle of I'll be swinging at somebody or trying to throw my axe and my guy will just and then I'm dead. Like that drove me fucking nuts. I did I talked to him about button remapping, and that is something it's in the pipeline. He's had a lot of bugs with it, so it's something that didn't make it to the release. But if you could remap the buttons, it would increase the experience like a lot. And make it much more enjoyable. It's a good game. Great environment.
Okay,
Mav
that's
here agrees
interesting.
with you as well about the left stick thing, but he seems to.
And this is about Song of Iron? Because
This
I
is Song
heard
of Iron. This is Song of-
it's been a success, I think, enough that it's warranting a sequel, I think, is what he said.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At
Good
this
for him.
point,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, good
definitely.
for him.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. So we're happy for him about that. That's good, man. That's good. I played it too. I'll get into it in a bit, but let me get to Joel, my friend Joel. What you been playing, bro?
Man, I'm in one of those things where it's like Deathloop comes out in a week, so what do I do? You know, I can't really get into much.
Yeah.
I will say this, because you know what? I need to be brave, and I need to be the only one saying it, because it's true. I'm playing Psychonauts 2. I'm not digging it, but I understand why it is. No. Like, I understand why, like, people are praising it, though. Because I feel like we come to this point in the internet where it's either like you have to love this thing or you have to hate this thing, and there's no like gray area. Where to me, I think Psychonauts, like, the praise is well deserved. I think it's an extremely well written game. I think it's extremely well designed on a platforming design. Like, I think it's better than Mario Odyssey for sure.
But like all games, it's not for everybody.
That's right,
Correct.
Husk. And it's strange. It's strange.
It's a weird concept. I
So
know.
weird.
It's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird.
Because I'm like, I like this. I like the writing. I like the platforming. I don't like the combat and the stages. You know exactly when you're gonna get into a fight with enemies, way too often. And oftentimes the fights are just not that great feeling. The other thing that I feel like, though, is my biggest problem with Psychonauts 2 is the time on sticks. Right? I feel like oftentimes it's a bit of a slow burn where I did a little bit of platforming. Now there's this 30-second dialogue where I stopped doing anything. And to me, that's a bit of a bummer, because now I'm just watching and I'm not doing. And I feel like I could be doing stuff while exposition is being laid out. Like, some cutscenes I feel like are sometimes there to load up the next scene way too often. And that's my biggest problem with it, because to me the pacing is very long instead of short, concise, motions in the scene. So to me, I think the reason why I can't get into Psychonauts as much as other people. But I do want to give that game another shot as we start cooling off into like the November, December months, because I see greatness there, and I'm thinking maybe just not in the platforming zone. That said, I've also played a little Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if you heard about this game, but it's
Never heard
dead
of it.
because it's
But it's fucking
no.
shitty anyway because it's on the dead
PlayStation's dead.
console.
awful because it's $70 now.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, that too.
Can't do it anymore. No, dude, Legends is so good. More people need to play Ghost of Tsushima Legends. I was playing with my friend Captain Logan and CJ last night. I was literally spent till like 2:30 in the morning just playing through just horde mode. It's so good. Please play this game. It's fantastic, and there's a standalone version. If you're not wanting to pay that goddamn Sony tax, it's $20.
My
Set up
goodness.
a GoFundMe so I can get a PS4 Pro again,
Oh, yeah.
and I can play all these games I missed out on the second I sold
Ghost
my
is-
other one.
Honestly, like we have an
So
episode
pissed, yeah.
of the trophy room going out tomorrow. I have some very controversial things to say about Ghost, so I want to keep it there. But I have some thoughts on it. It's definitely up there on my top 5 games of all time. I love it.
Wilmy,
Yeah,
I know
that-
Wilmy played the ever living fuck out of it.
Yeah, Wilmy loved it. Yeah, Wilmy did love it. I remember that for sure. Well,
I
that's
remember,
good, man.
I was just talking for like 2 hours with Logan. We didn't even get into the single player. I'm just like running around chopping up Mongols. So good. Man.
Yeah, bro. It's an amazing game.
Yeah.
I will tell you regarding Psychonauts before I move on to you, Kevin. I know a lot of people are saying that you don't need to play the first, which I can see. even though I
Yeah.
played the first and I loved it. But I think it's because I hate getting into sequels without playing the original, right? Like, I mean, I can't do it. And even though they give you a story breakdown in the beginning, playing the original itself just kind of like gives you that bonding, you know, or like that appreciation for these characters.
You
right?
know who these characters are.
Yes, instead of just like it being laid out there, you know, like, I mean, they just tell you like, oh, hey, this is Raz and this is what happened. And okay, well, this is immediately after the first game, you know, or after the VR one too.
I have Rhombus. That's why. So I know I'm a big idiot because I played that on Game Pass and I bought it on PlayStation. I'm the worst. But I now feel like to complete that arc, I really do feel like I need to go back to the first game because I do feel like I'm missing out on something here. So
it feels dated, but honestly, it holds up. It's not bad, bro. I swear to God. Like, I mean, it really isn't bad. I think you'll enjoy it too. You know, just like the introduction to these characters, you know, and even Raz himself. I mean, I think it'll help you appreciate the second one more.
Okay.
You know, because because it sounds like, you know, because just from my take from what you said, you know, I mean, you're saying the game is excellent. You know, it's a very well made game, which I think we all agree on. But it's just that you're not vibing with it, you know. So
wait, who made it?
Double Fine.
Right, but like, who's the publisher?
Xbox.
Oh, then it's awful.
Oh,
Alley-oop.
Nice.
oh shit! Look, lady's asking here. You know what, lady? If you loved this the second game, and I know you really really liked it, I would, you know, just to see. It's not going to feel as, you know, tight to control, you know, as the second one. Clearly, you have to remember it's a 16-year-old game, but I think you would really like it. You know, I mean, if you want to take like the Star Wars route, you know, playing the future and then the past after, I think that would, I think you would like it. Worst case scenario, you know, you don't like it, you you know, but yeah. I'm
Also,
not really
one question,
graphics.
guys. And I'm sorry, I should have asked this before the show. My mic coming in good or am I coming in hot?
No, you're Gucci, man. Well, earlier when you yelled, it came in a little bit hot. When you said about the Sony tax.
Yeah, it got crackly.
Yeah, it did get crackly.
I did
See, Joe, you won't
lot.
fucking listen to me, bro. You will not listen to me about the fucking USB and about the XLR, and I'm fucking sitting here telling you, hello,
Fucking
hello.
I got this expensive. This thing's $600 right here. What am I gonna do? Not use it?
Your setup. I'm telling you, it's your setup. That's okay. We'll talk after the show. I love you. Okay, Kevin, my fucking son.
So much love.
What have you been playing, bro?
I finished up Psychonauts 2, which
Yes.
I enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. I'd say it's one of my top games of the year, for sure. I didn't think I'd like it, but it won me over. I think the writing was really good. I can agree with Joe on some of the pacing was, you know, weird, and I skipped some dialogue because I really didn't give a shit. But I am I'm done with that. I did some collectibles. I'm not gonna, you know, 1,000 it at this point.
Yeah.
But really good game. And then I've been grinding a little in Avengers, and I'm just kind of digging that, just while time passes for, you know, Deathloop and everything else that awaits us this fall. But yeah, that's been about it. I mowed a couple lawns in Lawn Simulator, but I kind of want, you know, more lawns to mow, and they need to give me some more mowers. I'm telling you, like, I'm writing the dev, and I'm like, bro, I need some more upgrades. All right, I need some roller bars in the back. I want accessories. You know, I want a beer holder. They don't, yeah. So I'm waiting on that one. That's still my game of the year.
Lawn mowing simulator.
Oh yeah, number
Not
one.
surprised.
Yeah,
Not surprised.
yeah, 100%.
I can't tell you how funny it is every time I look at my Xbox friends list and you're on, and
I'm playing.
And it says K Meta's doing a contract in lawn mowing simulator.
And I'm looking at my
shit
lawn
never
right
gets
now
old,
out the
bro.
window.
It
and,
never fucking gets
It
old.
needs to be mowed, and you know, I'd rather mow my virtual lawn.
It's so funny.
I don't
man.
know.
I swear to
Yo,
God.
judge me, man. I don't know what that says about me, but you know, it puts me in a zone. It puts me in the chill zone.
It's all good, man.
I pop
It's
in
all
an
good.
audiobook. I mow the lawn. My wife leaves me alone, much like when I do it outside.
It works.
You know, so
It works.
It's like
Yeah,
that
man.
man is mowing a lawn. You got to leave that man alone.
Yeah. Honey, mowing the fucking lawn.
I'm mowing a fucking lawn on my
I mean, you're
recliner.
not lying.
God damn it! You made me
shit.
run over a flower.
Yeah, hey, Mike, look, man. You got another Avengers player in here, bro. You know,
Yeah, I know Luke goes
I know
hard
you're-
on
Yeah, I
Avengers.
see Luke
I
all
know,
up in
I
I
know
know.
you're
there.
proud of Luke
I
right
like
here, man.
it.
He's,
I
he's,
do. I
he's
like it a
definitely
lot.
avenging it with you. Mike, what have you been playing, man?
I've been in a little bit of a gaming funk this week, so it's kind of the basic. Well, sort of. I mean, it might sound basic just because I mention it every week, but to me, I feel like I hit that next level. You know what I'm saying? But well, I'll just kick it off with Alien Fireteam. They had a 14 gigabyte update 2 days ago that adjusted gameplay, even the way it looks, like shadows. I read the patch notes or whatever, and it was extensive. Yeah, 14 gigabyte update.
Okay.
So it's getting there.
jump back in
Season
there.
one,
should
season
go back
one
to that.
starts next week. So there's that. Yeah, I'm having a good time with it with my buddies. It's to me, I'm still amazed that they didn't like promote this game with what it actually has in the game. You know what I mean? Like if it comes off as just a game where you're just slaughtering hordes of aliens, I said this last week, it's not. There's so much more to it. Anyways,
There wasn't much hype for that game either. It felt like it kind of
No.
just there was a little bit, and then it fell off after release.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think PC players got into it pretty big because most of the videos that I would see about like good builds or anything like that,
Are
they
on
were
PC.
always PC players,
Okay.
and they were like, you
Yeah, I
could
should
tell
get
that
back into
mouse
that.
movement was like precise. Shit. Oh yeah. But it's cool though because like I've been kind of into this like early or like these 80s type of action films and like sci-fi films or whatever. And it's cool because Predator Hunting Grounds comes out for PlayStation Plus here in a few days, and like I wanted to try that game just because it's Predator, you know what I mean? But now it's free because I didn't buy it. I was like, like I read about it and I heard what it was. My buddy bought it, whatever. But like now I'm like, fuck yeah, it's free or whatever. I'm definitely gonna try that out. So that's cool. Alien Predators got the RoboCop vibe. There's like a RoboCop trailer out, whatever. I dig all that kind of 80s monster lore stuff. And then your basic Mortal Kombat. But it's different now because I'm better than what I was before. So I like kind of toned down on the fighting game thing not too long ago because I was getting my ass beat and I was like, let me try Guilty Gear Strive, and like I want to try to be good at that. And then I ended up not liking Guilty Gear. And then I was like, okay, I need to get back into Mortal Kombat, but I'm getting my ass whooped. Like, I'm now at that level to where it's like, I need to figure out that I need to get better, or I'm just going to stay at that bottom tier, like, fight game level, basically. So I went back into the advanced tutorials. I learned how to air brake. I learned how to do certain things that were like, those are the higher technical kind of things if you don't want to get full fucking comboed out. Anyway, so I figured that out. Now I jump in Combat League every day, 5 rounds, baby. And I'm like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I win
You
at
can,
least.
bro. It's your fucking show. Do your own horn.
But I be beating that ass, Mo. 3 out of 5 W's, easy, son. Even people like I got this one. I need to go over. He was talking shit, but I don't play with my headphones on because like it's more like I got to jump down for like 2 minutes, play a match, and then like get back to the kids or whatever. But when they talk shit, I like to record them, and I got a recording. I don't know. I got to look at it. But boy, you know when they're switching characters and that little mic icon is going off in the corner, you
Yeah.
know they're talking shit. I don't think they're sitting there saying, "Hey, thanks for beating my ass." So, but but anyways, I need to go back and watch that footage because I think it'll be a good time. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyways, just doing some real basic stuff. I'm in a gaming funk. I think like you guys, like I'm just waiting on for that new hotness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo? What are you playing, man?
Yeah. So I played Song of Iron. You know, like a lot of people, I was really looking forward to it. We had Joe on the show last year in October. Remember, Mike? We you know, we met him at that time. Really nice guy, man. Joe's a great dude, and I know he's been on a lot of shows since. And yeah, I did not have a lot of fun with the game, unfortunately. You know, I couldn't. The visuals were beautiful, that I can't deny, and for what he's done with it as a one-man wrecking crew, I really give him a lot of credit for it. You know, I mean, it's serviceable. You know, I mean, it's not to be hyperbolic. It's not like the game is shit, but like I just personally did not have fun with it. I thought the mechanics were a little bit stiff. I thought the combat was stiff. I did not like the picking up a shield or the sword or the axe if they're all like grouped up together on the ground. You have to keep pressing right bumper, like to pick up the right one after
and
the next.
half the time, if you're standing right over it, it grabs the thing behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there was a lot of it's serviceable, but it was a little bit clunky. I mean, so it kind of like so
9.7 or 9.8, man.
9.75. Let's find a happy medium right there. Okay. Yeah. So Husk, I was like you too. I saw the initial reviews. When the game first came out, I was like, okay. But I remember I played the beta. I did play the demo, not the beta. I played the demo when he released it a few months ago, and it really, I don't feel like in terms of movement and combat that it's much different than what it was at that time. Like it feels exactly the same as it did at the time, at least in my opinion. So I played like an hour and I just kind of like was whatever. But I have been playing Psychonauts. I'm a lover of the first game. I absolutely adore the first game, and this game is man, it's awesome. It's a lot bigger than I expected. A lot of fucking meat on that bone, man. It's that's what she said. I know, but definitely, it's the writing, like you guys were saying, the writing is excellent. The visuals are beautiful. The voice acting is excellent. It's just so charming. It's very, very charming. And I'm getting to that point with Psychonauts, though. It's kind of like I have this problem whenever I play these games. Like the thing, I don't 100% games. Like I don't care about trophies. I don't really care about achievements. Like that kind of stuff. But the problem is there's some things that I fixate on. And they take me away. From the like the main course, right? Like, or at least like the main playthrough. And I feel like the more I do that, okay, like the further away I get from pushing the narrative forward, it kind of like starts to dilute the experience for me a bit. It's not because of Psychonauts, that's because of my playing style, because that happens with me with other games too. So I'm trying to like kind of keep that a little bit more focused, but I'm still having a hard time because like the other day, there was this mission where you go and you see Raz's family. I went and chased his little brother around when he had that little fucking radio. That took me like 45 minutes just to find that little shit. And I'm like, come on, man, like 6 times you gotta find him. And they give you like an audio cue, with the radio and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, but the game is excellent. And I think that's all I've been playing, man. That's it, honestly, for this week at least. So I'm trying to get through Psychonauts because I know there's a lot of shit that's coming out. A lot of shit, which we'll get into in the next few weeks. What is it, Husk?
Said shit's about to get real.
Bro, it's about to get really fucking real.
You remember when your backlog was fucking 6 foot deep? Yeah, add another 6 foot to it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get really bad.
It's gonna get bad.
Yeah. Then there was I can't even fucking remember, but yeah, Psychonauts. So I'm trying to finish that up so I can dive into other stuff, but we'll see how that goes. So I might end up because I bought the Forgotten City, right? Like I've heard a lot of good things about that game, man. Yeah. Nick Downey as well. He played it. Almost every person who has played that game has told me excellent things about it.
Nice.
And I wanted to get into that too, but I prefer to finish because if I leave Psychonauts and I start something else right now, odds are like I probably won't come back. Not because I don't like it, but because I hate juggling games. I don't like doing that, so I prefer to at least like finish it or whatever. We'll see. Okay, yeah, let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it. Let me see. What did I miss over here? Actually, no, I didn't miss anything. Somebody said fuck trophies. Sorry, but you know what, Bizzle?
Right
I know,
back.
man. I know,
you guys can
go ahead and
hit your first topic because I ain't got shit. Well, fuck all to say on it. Far Cry Primal for the win. I'll be back.
That's it. That's your fucking mic drop. Well, yeah, that's at least the Far Cry 6 previews. Okay, let's get into it. So Far Cry 6, Ubisoft showed off the game. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. I'm not that big of a I kind of like lost interest with Far Cry after honestly Far Cry 4. I didn't play 5. I thought the maps were just getting, just too big for my liking at least. But apparently they showed off the game. And then what's the name of the actor that's playing Remind me, please. Somebody remind me.
Oh,
Giancarlo
the guy that plays-
Esposito.
yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah. So seems like he's gonna do a fantastic job, at least with the antagonist. The main antagonist. And they said like the world of Yara, which is the map itself, is apparently the biggest they've ever made. So it says Yara is the largest environment in Far Cry history, encompassing an entire country's worth of biomes into a single FPS sandbox. For those that enjoy that, I would honestly, I'm very happy for you. For me, that's like a fucking nightmare to me, because but that's, again, it's playstyle. Honestly, Mav, you're not the only one. You're not the only one that's excited for it. There's a
don't worry
yeah,
about it.
Joe is excited for it. I know Elu is excited for it. There's a lot of people out there that are. I'm kind of just I don't like that whole big open sandbox anymore. Like it's just it's not my style. But apparently, just from the preview that I saw, it looks fantastic, man. It looks great. They showed off Xbox Series X gameplay. It looks amazing. The lighting is fantastic. The visuals are nice. Looked like it was running in 60 frames per second. It seems like this game is going to be a huge time sink, depending on what you want to do. You can take a look at the map itself on YouTube, or in the gameplay. That map is fucking enormous. It's huge. Yeah. It is huge. I'm talking like, I wonder if it's bigger than AC Odyssey or AC Valhalla's map, because dude, that thing was
big.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was pretty big. It was pretty big. So HTK, good to see you here, man.
Huge.
So yeah, let me get to somebody. Let me get to you, Joe, first.
Yeah.
I know you're excited for Far Cry and you're looking forward to it. What'd you think so far, man? What'd you think of what they showed off?
I'm really digging what I've seen from this game. I'm not the biggest Far Cry person either, but for me, I'm kind of with Husk. I actually think Primal's my favorite one. It's simple. I love a good bow and arrow. There is something for me here because I like the location that they picked, right?
Okay.
I want to see more Hispanic, regions like Latin America and all that really fleshed out more. Because oftentimes we're in like some country out in the Far East or something like that, and this is something that I feel like isn't tapped enough. And from what I'm feeling, like the vibes that I'm getting from it so far is very much like, it's going to, first off, it has a very delicate thing to balance between, right? Like the political setting at the moment right now is even like red hot. And so when you're talking about how you're going to tackle those themes and also make it fun, I feel like they have something here, and I think because Giancarlo Esposito could own a role, that I think they have something special. I want to know more about how the RPG elements have to play in it. But so far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing, man. I dig the locale a lot.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's awesome. He's definitely biased. But yeah, there's even Kevin, you mentioned it yourself, it's hard to stay on the storyline itself because of how many distractions there are. And yeah, man,
so much content.
Yeah, definitely. And that's good for those that want that, right? Because these are the games that really give you like bang for your buck. You know what I mean?
They do. You can spend a lot of time in these games.
What did you think, Kevin? Did it convince you to get it day one?
No, I'm not going to get it day one. There's going to be too much shit. I will probably play it. I've played all the Far Cries, and I've completed 70% of them. But I do like walking around blowing shit up, like Mav said in chat. It's a fun game. Yes, it's a little generic. Yes, it's a little long in the tooth. I just want to say that what my takeaway from this is how Ubisoft promoted it and had a 1 hour gameplay stream. And that was pretty cool. Like you don't see that very often, like straight up gameplay with the devs talking in the background. And I thought that was refreshing to see. So, I kind of hope that there's a trend with gameplay footage instead of CGI and garbage trailers. These guys were just chatting it up. It was fun to watch. The person playing it was kind of ass, but that's okay. And I'll probably end up playing it. I can
I will say,
guarantee
when it comes to the
play it.
gameplay, when it comes to the gameplay, I do have to give them credit. They're using Parsec, which is a streaming service, and from what I understand, there was a weird delay on a lot of
like latency or
yeah.
Okay, all right. No, it looks like a beautiful location, and I'll play it. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna hate on it because I know exactly what to expect with Far Cry. You know, it's like Fast and Furious. Like, I'm not gonna go in for a fucking masterpiece here. I'm gonna go in with the right expectations, and then I won't be disappointed. But yeah, and they got the cute little dog Chorizo. I mean, how could you not? And he can wear clothes, and I can spend like $50 outfitting the little.
He's adorable, man.
The little Chorizo.
He's adorable. And you know what though? Mev is actually making some good points on this on the game itself, because he's like, here he says it's just, here's the game and it's unapologetically Far Cry, you know. So he's right, because you don't get a sense that they're really trying to do things differently, which is fine, right? Like, I mean, if you like the formula, that's fine, and that you guys are the people that this is really geared for, and that's awesome. And that's what it seems like they did. I don't want to say, you know, I don't want to say that they played it safe, you know, considering that it's a whole fucking new production, you know. But at the same time, like, I mean, they definitely, like, what is it? It's like, you know, compared to 4 or 5, you know, or even 3, you know. I mean, it has like that Gears of War 2 thing, you know, bigger, better, more badass, and it seems like that's pretty much what they did. And yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing how you know, how it handles and what people think. But Mike, what about you, man? Did this do anything for you?
50-50. 50-50 on this one. I played 5 and I had a really good time with 5. I played Primal as well, and that was an okay time too. That was my first one. So I didn't I wasn't tracking on exactly how those games wanted to be played, you know. I remember playing Far Cry 2 or 3 on PlayStation 3 and driving in first person. I was like, what the fuck is this? But anyways, yeah, so 5 was a blast. When I see this, I get that whole vibe where it's like, oh, look, they got a movie star. Ooh, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I know what I'm getting into. An open world, first person, over the top action and gameplay. The storyline does have me intrigued. I mean, if I were to be completely honest with you, just because it's a movie star, to be honest, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, why or anything. I guess just because it shows me that they have production value, I guess, and they're, you know, they can go out of their way and get these types of people to work on video games, which is great, you know. I mean, it's wacky Ubisoft. It's another Ubisoft game that looks Ubisoft. It probably plays Ubisoft, which they play really good. I thought Far Cry 5 played really, really good. I damn near, I know I 100% of that game, but I don't think I, platinumed it. But I beat everything and, went through all the icons and stuff, and I had a good time. I watched some dude give his interpretation of the demo that he got to play, and it primarily looked like most of the missions were based on these not oil rigs, but these tankers, these big ass boats. Go to the boat, save a group of people or whatever, and then bring them back to the resistance and stuff. And yes, Mo, that map does look big, because whenever he would bring up the map and it would show his movement compared to in game, compared to on the map, I was like, holy shit, dude, you're it's one of those games. The thing that I really love about open world games is that, instead of level base, and this level is in a mountain, and this level is on a beach, and this level is in a laboratory. Whenever it comes to open world, I just really like the vibe that as I'm walking, if I turn the corner of this road or this mountaintop or peer over a ledge, that will instantly change what I'm, where I'm at and how I'm projecting and taking in the environment around me. And if they have Far Cry 5 had some so where you want to case the area and see who's there down in the compound, so you can sneak around if you want to. I thought that's cool, and it is cool. You can use it, in first person mode is what I'm saying, because that's a weird thing to set up, oh, I gotta look where I need to go to case this area, and then I can insert myself or what have you. But Far Cry pulls it off pretty well. But overall, I'm not like super pumped about it. Like this game to me just looks like a fun game. It's better than your average bear. It probably has a good production value to it. I will pick it up. You know what I'm saying? But just probably not like right off the go, especially with all these other games coming out with like way more interesting ideas. Yes, I like the little, handicapped dog, and I like that the gator follows you around. Like I like all that crazy shit, you know what I mean? And depending on how hardcore they're going to go, like I think that's one thing that will draw me into it more is like if they're straight like if this bad guy is as bad as like he portrays and like what everybody's thinking he is like as an actor and stuff, like I feel like that would grab me a lot more, but I just haven't seen that yet. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm good on that. Like, okay. So basically what I'm saying, it's your basic get your resistance people together.
Sure.
I've played this 100 times basically, or whatever, but yeah, it does look awesome though. It looks cool and it looks fun.
Yeah,
but
it does.
Whenever I think about this, and it's like I could be getting Dying Light instead. Like I'm gonna get Dying Light too. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
I have two thoughts real quick. I'm gonna
bro, go ahead. Yeah, of course.
Like I kind of made a jab at it with the texture thing before the show. I will say that like with it being in 1080, like seeing it, the pre-recorded stuff, they live streamed it. Have they re-uploaded it in 4K anywhere? Is there anywhere to see it in 4K?
That's a good question.
Because I'm not gonna lie, for it being Far Cry 6 and what I've seen them do before, unless they have this is a decent chunk of time before it actually releases, right? So they have like optimization time and shit.
What is it? Next month, I think, right?
So you get a month,
or is it this month?
Because those textures, they were not.
Oh, really? You didn't think so?
Terribly impressive. Okay. I'm not saying the game looks good, but it doesn't. It didn't wow me. It didn't say next gen. Like I didn't think that. The pet abilities and the whole concept of the pets in this one, it's a little different. They've done some cool shit with it, but I want to see some 4K footage because. What I watched the game looked fun, but it wasn't visually awing like at all for me. Like it was par.
And for a game like that, you do want to kind of have your eyeballs bleed a little because you are going in for that Fast and the Furious feel, right? You want action, so I get it. Yeah.
And why show it on a next gen console if you're not gonna show it?
Right.
Yes.
That is such a perfect comparison, Kevin. Fast and Furious, like
it
that
totally
is literally.
is.
It is. It's like they're not shitty. There's a lot of them. Yeah, I think it's a great comparison. It's
they're
like
okay until they take a car into space.
Right. I'll never not watch it though, right?
Yeah,
I'm always gonna sit here and be like, I'm always gonna be like, oh, this is so fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, it's like whatever. There's worse ways to spend a few hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
as long as you got family.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as long as
family.
Family always, bro. Of course. Yeah. Lady said she said I always play them. I never finish them. That's me with every Ubisoft game, lady, not just Far Cry. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's go to Dead Space, boys. Dead fucking Space. All right. So EA Motive showed off an early pre-production development build of Dead Space Remake. The two creative leads were they kind of like showed off, and they kept really, really emphasizing that it is early. They said, because they're still like working on things and whatever. I'm sure all of us saw it. It's not, to retread everything, but they did really show off some. I thought there was some really cool things that they did show off in terms of the systems at play. First there was this dynamic flesh peeling system that they showed off, which kind of like skin, the skin, muscle, bone, depending on how you hit and where you hit, on the body. I thought that was really fucking cool itself. That means cutting type weapons now require more precision and skill in order to dismember limbs, as in the original, because players must first peel the flesh from a limb, then you expose the bone, and then you hit the same spot again in order to knock it off.
Yep, you can't just shoot the same arm or leg again anywhere and have it come off. This time you have to be more accurate, and that makes it even scarier.
Yes, absolutely, man. You nailed it on the head.
Game. Oh,
I know. And they did say, and that's what the director, the creative director, Roman Campos Ariola said. He said, for us, what is interesting is this opens up a whole new layer of shooting and combat loop where you can have some weapons that are better at carving through the enemies and some that are better at cleaning them and removing their flesh. So then they also showed us like a very, very quick clip of Isaac walking through the hallway through this dark hallway.
Go back to that shot. Go back to that
shot. Yeah, I got you, Joe. Hang tight.
They showed us a really quick clip of him walking through the hallway, and just when they put it side by side with Dead Space 1, it looked fantastic, man. It looks so beautiful, so fucking beautiful between the lighting.
Pre-alpha.
Look at this, man. And this is
pre-alpha. Right?
Right,
that's a fucking crazy thing.
Yeah,
like
this is amazing, man. Yeah, this is really, really very.
And
nice.
they talked about how they kind of changed the suit. They didn't. They just fucking upgraded it. I mean, look, it's very similar. It's just there's more there visually. That's literally what it is.
Pops. I mean, yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying, though. Yeah, that's true, man. That's exactly what they did. They just
Husk, you're capturing it.
They
you're
just
capturing
the shit out of it. That's really what they did.
Can we just do an hour-long show one of these days, Joe, about Dead Space?
Yes,
man.
Down
So
for
freaking
yes,
nice.
dude.
That's so beautiful.
Because you nailed it with the armor. It like look at it. It's so it's what you get out of like why we praise Blue Point. Right, it's like you're taking the nostalgia you have for the thing and respecting the nostalgia while modernizing it.
Yes,
like that suit looks, it looks just like the classic, but more.
Yes,
and what I love is like on the spinal column, like that the health, you can see all these little like pipes and shit sticking out of it.
Yeah,
like it's
not just a weird green bar that's kind of glowing.
No,
there's something holding it together. Like it's this is beautiful.
And
this is art. Right
and that's really what I was gonna get into because, so they said basically, obviously we already know it's PS5 and Series X only to push heavily on improvements. Entire Ishimura ship is gonna be seamless without any loading screens.
Plus, added areas
as well, of course. Expanded necromorph dismemberment, like we were mentioning. There's going to be new environments, like Husk was just saying. They said the core story is going to be unchanged, but they are going to expand on it to tell more about the broader universe and the characters itself and the characters themselves, which is really fucking cool. One of the best things that I took from this, and I'm going to move on to you, Joe, as well. One of my favorite thing about this is, man, you could really first. I love their transparency, right? These guys know what's at stake, right? They know this is a franchise that is very, very beloved, and they clearly don't want to fuck it up. The other thing too is you can clearly tell that they love it, and just for them to just come out and be as transparent as possible from this early, right? Show us what they're doing and how they're doing it and how they keep saying like there's we're always taking feedback from fans of the series, blah blah blah. This is definitely a developer who really, really cares about this, and the transparency itself. Once again, we keep saying it. It's really refreshing to see developers nowadays being so transparent, and this is no exception. And thank you, Cyberpunk, for that, by the way, for making everybody more transparent. But yeah, like I think they're gonna do a fantastic job with this. Like I'm very, very like how am I gonna say this? Like before,
fucking excited. Oh,
it's not even it's not even excited. I'm confident. I'm
confident. Yes,
I'm confident in what they're going to do. Yeah. Like I mean, I have a pretty good. I mean, I think we can all say that as well, especially after what they just showed. But Joe, I know you just touched on it a little bit. What would you think about all this?
It's phenomenal. Like just looking at this, I'm like, just give me this game right now. I'll play with busted
I'll
ass.
play fucking broken ass game.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So beautiful.
For me, I want to get to the transparency because I really dig this. It's a huge risk for, and I saw this awesome like thread on Twitter, which you don't get to often see nowadays, of people talking about the risk that goes into developers actually showing you something finished, right?
I
Actually
agree.
going into this, going, hey, we're going to show you something that is not the finished product. We are going to show you something that is clearly in development. It's like Ford going up to you guys going, we're going to reveal the new Mustang without the frame. It's something that takes an incredible amount of risk to do. So I want to congratulate the developers on how they handled it and how they're talking directly with fans.
That group, they've had them since like day one of the concept of
Yes.
remastering this. They grabbed people and were like, come on, you're coming with us.
And from what I hear
That's
from
awesome.
some of those folks, it's like they're not kidding around. They really have this love. They're really in the know. They want everyone's feedback, and it's awesome that it's being rewarded in a positive way. Even if it's like constructive criticism, I love no one's like throwing a half-eaten ham sandwich at this team going, "Why show me this?" This is awesome. From the hallway, they capture the atmosphere. When I saw the necromorph and like how it screams when you shot it, I was like, all right, put a fucking fork in me. I'm done here,
Take
boys.
my money.
Take it. Just and
Dude,
yeah,
the
like the
fucking
more
lighting.
visceral, dude, the lighting, how like the giblets that just bounce off the necromorph when you shoot them.
Yeah.
It's just little mini explosions. I could go all day on just
I
how
know,
beautiful
bro.
this thing looks.
I know. Let me address Nick's here because he said because he was asking in the they were asking in the chat when it was going to be released, and obviously we don't know, but he's saying hopefully it's not just talk and the project gets canceled. I doubt it, bro. You know, they're devoting a whole fucking studio to this. They saw the Resident Evil remakes, how successful they've been. They know people have been craving these remakes themselves, you know, Dead Space. So there's a big fanfare behind it, and I think they're going to do well by it. And honestly, man, I keep saying it, dude. Good for EA. Good for EA for greenlighting this. You know, like, I mean, you can shit talk EA all you want. I think they've had a fucking fantastic year. I was mentioning it earlier this morning on SG in the chat. I was saying, I mean, fuck, man. You're talking about It Takes Two, which is up there for Game of the Year for many, many, many people. Yeah. You know, I mean, and then you have the success of Knockout City, which just came out of nowhere, and look how successful that's been. You had Mass Effect, the Mass Effect remake of all three of them, which has been fantastic and received very well. And then you announce this. And I think this is good for them because especially like with the sour taste that they left in people's mouths with Anthem. And that's why I don't blame you
and
for
Dead
thinking
Space 3.
And fuck
That was
Space.
when they took it over at that point. That's what I'm saying. EA
They
did.
did.
And
No.
fucking,
No. They actually published Dead Space and Dead Space 2.
Well,
they did.
Yeah, but they didn't dig their fingers into it.
Yeah.
The reason why is because at that time, that's when the industry was kind of like shifting to fucking shoehorning multiplayer into everything. I mean, dude, they had fucking multiplayer in God of War Ascension. You know, I mean, come on,
They did. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was just fucking ridiculous, you know. I mean, and the other thing too, it's not just the multiplayer itself. What pissed people off about Dead Space 3 as well is it lost a lot of the horror, you know, which made 1 and 2 so good. And on top of that, they had areas that were inaccessible unless you had a partner. Those are fucking annoying, you know, especially for somebody who wants to play the game alone. You know, like, I mean, I definitely think I think they learned their lesson from that for sure.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah, Husk, what did you think, man? I know you've been singing about it, but
dude. All right, so just from like from the beginning of it, like I watched the whole thing at work. I straight up told my bosses like, I'm gonna watch this. Like, we ain't got a lot going on. You guys can handle shit, right? I straight up fucking walked over to the break room and I watched the whole fucking thing.
I got an emergency.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty laid back, and when there ain't shit to do, there ain't shit to do.
Sure.
I lucked out. But the second they started to show the hallway in that corner specifically, before they panned back and threw you behind Isaac, it's like, holy shit, that is Dead Space. Like, it looks, it feels like Dead Space just looking at it. And they panned back, and I started, because I played the first one a lot. Like, I actually started a playthrough not too long ago.
Nice.
And I bought it on my PC, or not bought it, I downloaded it from EA Play through Game Pass Ultimate on my PC. to max out the graphics and just to see. It looks a little better than it did on console at the time, but I mean, it's nothing great. And then they showed this. I don't know, dude. Yeah, like all my blood flow left my head. We'll go with that. When I first saw, it, you know, and then they show him walking around. The lighting is fucking nuts. And they're what's pre alpha?
I don't know. Yeah, they said this was
Super alpha, super
early
pre-alpha.
pre-production development build.
Yes, and it's insane. Like the work they've done already. The most important thing is that they've got the community, the people that love this game involved. And I had no idea they had people involved, or I would have been balls deep in that shit. Like I would have volunteered my time whenever they needed it. You know what I mean? Like my little bit of free time I have, I would have been there. I guarantee it. They've fixed some of the zero gravity mechanics. They've added they're adding areas in different ways to access different parts of the ship. No fucking loading screens, no sitting in derpy elevators waiting for doors open to load new shit. All of it. That part's awesome. They also brought back God damn it, what's his name? Somebody help me.
The voice actor.
The voice actor for Dead Space. Yeah. His name is what the hell was his name? Oh, God damn it.
Right?
Yeah.
Something right.
Yeah.
That's exciting too. So Isaac's gonna have a voice.
Gunner. There it is. Gunner Wright.
Yeah. Yes.
So Isaac will have a voice for the first time in the first game.
And they also said some weird things too, like he won't. They have like rules.
He will not talk when you're exploring around.
Yeah, no. So they said he won't talk unless he's spoken to.
Yes.
But then they also said that because I mean he's isolated, he's alone. I mean he's bound to talk to himself. That shit just fucking drives you nuts.
But they also expect you to talk to yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna
gets you
do, man.
through.
But yeah, just excitement is real, definitely for sure.
That's
Very-
cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kevin, what do you think, man?
I'm excited for the people that haven't played this yet. That's
Yes.
really where my excitement is. I mean, I am excited myself, of course, and I'm going to play the shit out of it. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do. But it's such a good game, and it deserves this attention. So I know there's people that I know that have never played this before, and this is going to be the way to, this is going to be the way to play it. I'm so excited for the first time they encounter, messages written in blood on the wall and spooky ass corners and just the fucking terrifying shit that happens in Dead Space. So that's kind of, I mean, you guys covered everything else. I hope it becomes a reality, and I hope they come out with some sort of collector's edition of it.
Oh, I'm sure they
'cause
will.
I'd be all over that shit.
I'll fucking
especially
hunt
Give me a
That's
fucking
statue.
plasma cutter, dude. Let's go.
Or plasma cutter.
I have that one
a
for Dead
statue of
Space,
Isaac.
man. I have that.
Mine fell for Dead Space 2. My little dinky one fell and it broke, and I
Did it?
Oh no!
broke my soul.
Oh, part of me would have died that day.
Wild Boy's asking if there's gonna be will we
That's
be
a
able
DLC.
to make one from
That's a DLC.
man,
Yeah, you're
definitely.
gonna have to
Oh,
pay
and
for
there's
that.
zero
Right up there early.
microtransactions. None.
Yes.
None.
Yeah, that's nice
Yes,
too.
that's also another thing
You're
too.
not going to be able to buy Isaac dances.
Nope,
Fortnite
definitely not.
dances. And I
God
know,
forbid
I
me
know.
say this, but if this game has no microtransactions, I would pay $70 for this game, no doubt.
Oh wow! Show.
I mean, fuck.
You're gonna be busy on that corner, buddy.
I think a lot of us will, honestly.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. You know what, though, man? Looking at this screen, what fucking console is this from?
360.
Yeah,
For
probably the
real?
360.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I mean, I know that as the story, I obviously, like, initially you start out with nothing. Like, your armor is very, very basic. And then you can start adding more and more to the suit. It's not even armor. You can it's a suit. It's a fucking mining suit. So you just add more and more to it. Is this, I understand the textures and whatever, but this was like early in the game, right? Because he's got nothing on him. There's nothing on his shoulders. There's nothing else on his back.
That's. I was
think
gonna.
so.
I was gonna mention
There's
that,
no
Mo. Like
way
this
it
looks
this
like.
flat.
Like this to me looks like early game, and this to me, yeah, it looks early game, but this to me, this specific
That one looks
picture,
like his upgraded armor.
yes,
Yes,
that looks
yes, yes.
upgraded
I
because
don't think
this
it
whole
is.
shoulder and the rib
You don't think
like
so?
protections. What's
Think
that,
about what
Husk?
they can add. I don't
Scroll
think it
up,
is.
Mike. Scroll up. Let's see
I
the old
feel
one.
you, but I just remember
I don't
getting
know.
the upgrades in the first game when I finally upgraded my suit all the way.
There's
and I was
plating
so
there, but it's
impressed.
bronze and one giant plate.
Like there's
Like,
a lot of fabric right here and a lot
Yeah.
of fabric right here.
But the
yeah,
armor, the plates there. I don't know.
I'm
I don't
with you,
know.
Mo, though.
You got a good question. I want to know.
I
Somebody
don't
ask.
think that's just fucking crazy, man. I know there's a huge jump in tech, but goddamn, you know what though? I really encourage everybody, and I mentioned this again, Mike. I'm gonna move on to you in a second.
Oh, you're good.
You guys should really watch the documentary for Dead Space on YouTube, because the way that they talk about what they had to go through to make the first game with the tech limitations that they had and how they made it work between the loading and everything, it's fucking
So
amazing. It's with what's the name of the creative director? Glenn Schofield.
Yeah,
he was
that's
he
it.
was at Visceral Games.
Schofield.
Yeah, Glenn Schofield. So if you guys ever do get a chance, you really should check it out, because it's amazing how they managed to make this with the limited tech that they had. So definitely check that out.
Mo, you're
Diego,
being
don't,
requested to turn your mic.
Diego, don't fucking no, he's fucking around. This is
I
like
know. I was about to say you are kind of quiet.
at least you caught it. That's good.
I
Fucking Diego. Okay. Mike, what did you think? Quickly.
I didn't watch any of those tech demos because I don't want to be like spoiled in a sense. I don't want to see that pre-rendered stuff, because to me, I'm just like, if they're putting that type of technology into ripping and tearing, in this case, in the Ishimura case, like, oh hell yeah. But I'm pumped for it. Dead Space was one of my first like scary games that I bought on my own and been like, oh, I can't wait to be scared. Here we go, But yeah, Mo, to mention this suit, like if I were to put 10 cents on it, like a dime of money, I would say that this is upgraded version and this is not upgraded version. That's just me. These ribs, these like rib casings and these bars right here on his arm are just so upgraded suit to me, because I specifically remember in the first game, whenever you do finally get that one upgrade that changes what you look like, I was floored. I was like, holy shit, not only are they upgrading my suit, but they're changing the way I look. And I just remember feeling so like,
I think you're
wowed
right.
by that.
There's 5 health bars on the bottom one.
Oh yeah,
and
I
only
forgot
4
that
on the
these are
top.
Actually,
You're
Yeah,
right.
man, I'm telling you, bro, this is too fucking pretty for it to be so early in the game. I mean, I was just making a comparison, between the two, because the top one, I'm like, damn, bro, like I know it's old.
No,
I
you
know the
guys
games
are right.
old, but fuck, it didn't look that bad. Like,
but I could also see them.
There's
like
a lot
adding,
of empty canvas to add shit to.
That's
too,
what I was gonna say too. Like
Yeah.
that looks pretty clear. This looks pretty clear. Like who knows
Yeah.
what his other arm and front side looks like.
Where the hell's my insider invite? Is Motive watching? Can I get in on
Is
feedback?
Mo
I hope I have
watching?
something
What,
like that, man. That
what
would be
fucking
pretty cool.
show do
You
you,
guys know
think
these
you're on,
people?
Husk?
Hey, you never know. Crazier shit's happened.
yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Crazier shit has happened for sure. All right, let's okay. Next up on the fucking Dead Space, man. We could honestly go on for hours.
I sent you the next topic.
Oh yeah. Well, let me see what the fuck you. Oh yeah. What the fuck was this again? If you've ever donated blood, the blood could be in someone's boner right now.
You're technically fucking every
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, for sure.
Skeletor.
Fucking
sheep
Skeletor, man. I love those memes, by the way. They're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing. Okay. So earlier this week, Sony said that they finally broke their silence, and they said that they were going to do a PlayStation Showcase 2021 broadcast next Thursday. So this Thursday, September 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific. That is 4 p.m. Eastern over here. It's from Sid Schumann, who was the SIE Content Communications. He said, "You've been awfully patient, and we thank you for that. And now we're looking forward to showing you what we've been working on. Tune in next Thursday, blah blah blah, for a look into the future of PS5. The showcase will weigh in around 40 minutes and include updates from PlayStation Studios and some of the industry's most imaginative developers for games releasing this holiday and beyond." And they also did mention that PlayStation's next-gen VR will not make an appearance. One thing that stuck out to me right away was, they said the future of PlayStation, but they also emphasized PS5. So I don't think, at least to me, just looking at this, it doesn't seem like that there's anything that's going to be cross-gen, except maybe God of War, if that's, what's been heavily rumored. But, you know, and I thought they would use, you know, not very specific, not that kind of specific terminology, you know, when they just said PS5. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just want to see what you guys are expecting from this, because apparently this is supposed to be a big fucking show from what everybody, you know, from what we've been hearing on, you know, on from different personalities, you know, gaming personalities. You know, take it as, you know, you could take it with a grain of salt, you know, even like, you know, there's Andy Robinson from VGC. He said that he's been hearing that it's going to be crazy. And then you had David Jaffe. You know, I know David Jaffe's disheveled and he's fucking washed up and whatnot, but he worked at PlayStation for quite a long time. I'm sure he still has, you know, he still has friends that still work in Sony, you know, who know things. And I mean, he still has his connects, regardless of how you feel about the guy. I don't usually like hyping up shows because I usually just kind of, you know, the less you expect, the more surprised you'll be. But for me, the only reason why I'm expecting so much from this one in particular is because they've been quiet for a year. You know, I mean, they have. Granted, yeah, they have had first party output. You know, I mean, but you know, since the launch of the console, and I'm not going to get into them, but I mean, they've had several first party games that they've released, but still. You know, like this is the show that people have been waiting on. This is like the showcase, right? Like, I mean, this is probably going to set the stage for 2022 and 2023, depending on what it is that they show. What we're expecting, me really quick, we know God of well, we don't know, but obviously everybody's expecting God of War Ragnarok, or if that's what it's called. I think obviously it's going to be a different name. Yeah, there's going to be I don't think it's just going to be a teaser. You know, I mean, the game came out in 2018. I think we're 3.5 years after the release of the previous one. You know, they might show something. You know, they might show some type of gameplay. Who knows? Because remember, initially it was supposed to launch in 2020. You know, I mean, so I'm sorry, not 2020, 2021. You know, and then it was obviously delayed into 2022. So if they initially felt confident that it was going to launch in 2021, then maybe, you know, they probably had something to show, but they were like, okay, we just got to add more. We got to, or whatever the fuck it was that they were going to do. Maybe add more, fix it. God knows. I'll let you guys go, you know, because my mind can honestly wander, you know, all over the place just between, you know, everything. I mean, what you got Blue Point, who knows what Blue Point is, you know, if they even show anything. I'll go fucking crazy if they show like a Metal Gear Solid remake, you know, something like that. You know,
I will do something illegal if that happens, Mo.
Wow.
I was gonna say something seriously fucked up, but I was like, man, if that shit, I'm bored. I'll tell you
man,
what,
I would shit my pants.
here's
That poop?
Here's what I think. We can sit here and speculate all day about what it is that they're probably going to show, but at the same time, I think they know that they are going to have to come out with a great show. And the reason why is, again, they've been silent for a year. They've taken a pretty big hit in the PR department over this past year. You know, I mean, I think that they haven't really done themselves many favors, you know, especially in terms of communication and whatnot, which we'll get into. That's not to say that people have lost their faith in them, clearly, because they're fucking, you know, I mean, they're still churning, you know, whether it's console sales or games or whatever it is. But still, I think something like this is definitely needed for the fan base, you know, considering, you know, all the mixed messaging and everything that's been happening.
Yeah.
But Joe,
my only question is open a closed casket because PlayStation is done. Dude.
Yeah, PlayStation is fucking dead though. You know, despite all this being said.
Yeah,
but Joe, what are your expectations for this show?
What are my thoughts, Mo?
What are your thoughts? What are your expectations? Talk to me, baby. What do you think, man? Honestly.
Okay, so I have to keep muting my mic because there's goddamn fireworks going off. I hope you guys aren't hearing.
That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it.
No, you're good.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Hey, boom.
That is not what we want. Yeah.
But no, my okay. So, what are my expectations? Part of me says, Joe, lower them. This is going to be something that they're going to focus on. Holiday release stuff. So, you know, this is reasonable, Joe. We're going
it's
to
a
see.
show. Yeah, I know. But the only reason, this is not a state of play. This is a showcase. And if you remember the PS5 showcase last year, 40 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
It's 40 minutes. This is not holiday stuff. Like, I mean, I don't think there's going to be any shadow drops over the next 3 months. That's why, like, I'm go ahead.
So I think you're going to get, truthfully, I think you're going to get a lot of pie in the sky stuff that we've wanted. I don't think this is going to reach the level of the Xbox Showcase. I think the Xbox Showcase is one of a million. I think that is like akin to the PlayStation, 2016 presentation.
You're talking about the E3 show?
Yeah, the E3 show.
Oh yeah, that was fucking great. Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be that level of hugeness. But there's, I think, going to be 2 to 3 really big surprises that are going to have people really excited. One of them not being God of War. I think God of War is a given. I think they do have to show something. I don't know if they're going to do what they did with... Kyle was very... Spoiler alerts on this episode's trophy room. He's very bullish. He's like, this is the first thing you see. They go open it like they did back in 2016.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know how bullish that is. But I don't want it to be like, here's 10 minutes. Show me 5 minutes of this game, what it is. Because we already know what God of War is going to play like for the most part. Show us... So the one interesting thing is we've seen the Malaysian team finally start talking. We have not heard them talk ever. So now hearing them talk, the rumor has it for the longest time that this is an Uncharted game. So I think we're going to see the first non-Naughty Dog Uncharted game. And before you get nervous, I think when it comes to other games like Lost Legacy wasn't fully Naughty Dog. The Vita game wasn't a Naughty Dog game, that was Bend. So these things could happen, these things could be good. So just because it's not Naughty Dog's baby anymore doesn't mean it's going to be crap. This is a franchise that makes boatloads of money. It's going to stick around. And then I think we're going to see some acquisition stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's about time we marry Blue Point. I think it's about time we put a ring on it. And I think it's about time we see what they're working on, because we know walking in that they were working on 2 projects. One was Demon Souls and one was this mystery game. Could it be a Legend of Dragoon? Could it be Castlevania? Could it be Metal Gear? They've all kind of, that one weird tweet. Look, I'm getting Mike all jazzed up. That one weird tweet that they've made, it could be several things. So I think we're going to marry Blue Point. I also think we probably will marry Arc System Works in that time as well. These things coming home to the PlayStation ecosystem. I really like purchases that aren't outright, here's things that we don't have much of a legacy towards, but we have a lot of money. So I like the ones where this is a relationship we've built. I'd like to see those things. Again, I think those are more pie in the sky than anything, but I do think we're going to get whatever the other Guerrilla team is working on. So Guerrilla has 2 or 3 teams.
Or did Cambridge close? I can't remember.
Yeah, Cambridge, I think, closed. I think this is one internally. We know that they're working on Horizon, but we also know that they're working on a smaller-ish project with the Rainbow Six team. I'm thinking it's SOCOM.
Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh God, please.
That would be pretty fucking
I want a PlayStation just in the hopes of that game coming back.
So,
dude, I dumped so many hours into that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think those are the big surprises, because the things that come in my head is like, okay, what team's ready? Sucker Punch can't really be there. They were a small team to begin with. Bend, we already know, is not going to be there. Naughty Dog, we'll probably see factions from them finally. That'll be a director's cut. Everybody gets to yell at Abby's arms in HD or whatever. And, what else do we really have? And so I think this is also a lot of other second to third party to whatever XDev is also working on. I think we're going to see some really cool stuff. But I'm still thinking that a quarter of this show is going to show you Deathloop. Quarter of the show is going to show you Kena. Quarter of the show is going to show you
no way.
Solar Ash.
No
Honor
fucking way, bro. No fucking way.
And then the rest is like, all right, let's blow your minds. Let's take your pants off. Let's do this.
Why would? Yeah.
Like
you
a
gotta
last, like the end of the show, kind of quick cutting teaser shit. Maybe.
Kyle was like, "No way, they showed Deathloop again." I'm like, "You'd be surprised." I think that's a highlight reel moment. Kena, I would love to see them just one last time. This comes out soon. Like, do you want something that comes out soon?
Let them know.
I think Kena's that, and I think Alan Wake was supposed to be that, and then Solar Ash as well. Give some respect to indies. Those games give it to them. So,
yeah.
yeah.
You know what's
I
funny
think
too? What's
yeah.
funny too is Diego here. Obviously, this is pie in the sky, like we're talking about. But look, man, the only reason why, what show was it where they showed Shenmue 3, Final Fantasy 7 remake, and fucking
you'll
The
see
Last
Final
Guardian?
Fantasy. You'll see Final Fantasy and Forspoken.
No, but I'm just saying, do you guys remember that show where just people just lost their goddamn minds? They're like, holy shit, you just made these 3 incredible announcements in one show. So they're capable of it. They have done it before, and they are capable of doing it again. Pie in the sky, you have to be a little bit practical, at least, with it. But like, I would prefer Metal Gear over fucking Legend of Dragoon. Silent Hill, I don't really have too much of a.
Think about it this way: we're going to see Grand Theft Auto there, and as much as you're like,
man.
"Oh,
it's gonna happen." Yeah,
it's gonna happen. We're gonna probably see those remakes there. That would be a real neat thing. I would like to see, just so we could just stop talking about them, Abandon is Silent Hill, and that studio is Uber, and we can just wipe our hands of it and be like, "All right, we're done." Shut up.
Well, there's 2 Silent Hill teams, right? There's two teams making a Silent Hill game. Apparently. There's a Japanese team and there's Bloober. Well, the rumor is Bloober. We don't know Bloober is making one for sure, but the rumor is Bloober. But they did say there's 2 Silent Hill games. One of them is a Japanese team. That's all we know about Silent Hill. You know what I mean? So we don't know, at least from that. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bloober does.
Also, wouldn't be surprised if they announce that they're dead afterwards. 'Cause they're like,
yeah, that's true too. And then Sony just announces that they're being sold to Xbox, and they call it a fucking day. You know, I mean,
Who owns
acquisition of all IPs?
Oh fuck!
Dash here says, that's too much time to Kena and to Kena. I don't know why everybody keeps saying Kena. The fucking devs said Kena, so Kena and Deathloop. And I do agree with them here, man. I think there's going to be launch trailers. They've showed enough of fucking Deathloop. They've had state of plays or not, whatever. You know what I mean?
And that's Xboxes. Is that funny now? It's just Xboxes?
Oh,
yeah, but if you need filler for your X amount of minutes, you got to remind people.
It's only
Deathloop's
40
still-
minutes.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, but we're really giving too much credit to 40 minutes. Do you know how fast that shit flies by, dude?
It
You know what I
does.
mean?
I can
Imagine
take
they
a
do like,
shit.
if they have like a God, let's just say they have a God of War quick presentation, right, of gameplay or whatever it is. That's going to be like 5 or 6 minutes on its own, right?
If
Like,
that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, they've done it before. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So I do think that they've already dedicated enough time to Deathloop. I don't think that they would, give it too much time. Maybe Kena, I mean, on the show itself. But
Can I get real with you?
Yeah.
I want them to put a ring on Ember Labs so bad.
Well, that depends
team
on.
is stupid talented from what we've seen so far.
We need to see how the game does too, though. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, right now, everything. You know what, bro? The Order 1886 also looked fucking amazing ahead of release, and
That's true.
I mean, everybody was like, "Why haven't they bought Ready at Dawn? Ready at Dawn." Well, now Facebook owns Ready at Dawn, so they're fucking making Facebook Messenger games and shit. I don't know. I don't know. That's what they've been relegated.
Can you put spyware on this? Could you put spyware on this? Mark, can you stop asking us to put things spyware and everything?
It's fucking ridiculous. What a shame. What a fucking shame. Husk, what do you think, man? You got any expectations for this?
We're gonna see factions. Okay.
Yeah.
For us too. That's kind of a given at this
Mm-hmm.
point.
Sure.
We should at least see something on West, on Horizon. I think Gran Turismo will make an appearance.
Okay. I haven't heard that one. That's a good call.
I'm just calling it. Like I don't know. I don't know
but
shit.
still,
I mean,
none of us
I'm
do,
not
but-
sucking nobody's dick behind the back door. I think we might see. I think it's possible to see at least a teaser for the next Spider-Man.
You really think so?
It's possible.
Okay.
A
only reason
teaser.
why-
Remember what a teaser
agree.
can come from.
Yeah, but the only reason why I don't think so is because you don't want to blow too much of your load into one show. And here's the thing: you got to remember too, man.
But like you said, they
Insomniac-
haven't had a good time the past 12.
Insomniac
20
though,
months,
Insomniac has already had Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man Remastered, and they've had Ratchet and Clank. All of this within the past year, right? They're two games.
all games that were probably already in production pre-2020.
Sure. No, yeah, they have two teams. They do have two teams, but I think Insomniac dude, unless I don't know what kind of fucking sorcery they're running over there, if they do show some type of Spider-Man, teaser like you're saying, that would be amazing.
Could be
right?
10
But,
seconds and just text.
Sure. Yeah. That would, something like that. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. Because man, they need to take a bow right now. I mean, they've carried they've helped carry the fucking PS5.
They should take a fucking break. The fucker should get
yeah.
a paid vacation now. But I really want to see some Kratos Thor action. Like I just want to see something from that. I love that series, and I haven't got to play the, I guess what people call the reboot is different.
You never played 2018?
No, dude. I'm waiting for it to come
wow.
to PC. I sold my PS4 and that fucker came out like a month later. 2 months later. Dude, I was pissed. We're not going to go there. Oh, I don't want my face to fucking melt off and my blood to boil over.
Okay.
I got in a rough spot, and it was like, do I get rid of, my One X at the time or PlayStation 4? And it had to go because it just didn't get as much play time. Okay, it just made sense. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll see Gran Turismo. They gotta show. They're gonna want to show something that is visually awing, and racing games always do that.
Sure. Yeah.
That's my big call out there that I haven't really heard anybody say much about. It is Gran Turismo. It would be 7, I think.
Is it 7?
Yeah, it's 7.
It is 7. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
That and then what I want to see is some Kratos Thor on screen. Like I don't give a fuck if it's
some
half
hot
of a
Kratos Thor one-on-one action,
sweaty, like fan needed sweaty.
Fucking yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what we're all hoping for too, man. At least just showing something from God of War. Like me personally, anything. Look, man. Like I have Halo and God of War as like my fucking, like my scriptures, right? Everything else is cherries on top. I love Ezio and I love fucking Metroid.
Sunset Overdrive 2.
What is it?
That wouldn't be a bad one. De Niro.
Oh yeah, Sunset Overdrive. Honestly, man, you never know.
Could happen.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Kevin, what about you, man? What do you think?
I'll tell you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Deathloop. I don't want to see
neither do
Death
I.
Stranding. I don't really even want to see
God,
Kena.
no Death Stranding. Stop expanding that thing.
And I don't want to see factions locked behind a definitive edition of The Last of Us 2.
Oh, that would suck.
And I don't want that to happen. I could see it as its own standalone game. I could see it as a full price standalone game, to be honest with you. We'll see. I mean, I guess it depends on how much effort they put into it and how much they think it's worth. But I loved Factions. Originally, I played the shit out of that. So I'd be down for Factions, and obviously God of War. I want to see. But yeah, no, I don't want them to fill that shit up with. I'd rather see a couple of bangers and a bunch of indies. I'd be fine with that. But I don't want to fucking see any more Deathloop or Death Stranding, or Kena even. I mean, I've seen enough. At this point, it's like watching that fourth trailer of a movie. I won't even want to fucking play it. At this point. So just give me some new shit.
I think it would be pretty fucking lame if they showed Death Stranding again. And the reason why is, dude, it just had a fucking 10-minute piece on Jeff Keighley's show.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough, man. Yeah.
I'm good on Death Stranding, even though I'm a Kojima slap.
I mean, at this point, right, people know whether or not they're going to fucking buy those things, right?
Yes.
So you've seen enough. We don't need to see anymore. And you're either going to buy it or you're not.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's all I got, man. You guys covered it. I could definitely see, the more I think about it, with the movie coming out, the Spider-Man movie coming out, I could see them putting up a little splash screen, with coming in, whenever. Just fucking, that would pump people up. That's all they need. Spider-Man sells.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You guys
Mike,
are close, I think. Okay, so the Death Stranding thing, I want to hit on that real quick. It's so funny you mentioned that. You guys know I'm a Kojima slappy too, but every time I open Twitter and I'm like, this dude is just promoting the shit out of his trailer that he is editing,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He's very proud of it.
Yes, he is. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be like this. Anyways, I'm gonna judge it. Anyways, so yeah, God of War. So like, I'm expecting 3 big things to pierce my heart. God of War being one of them, like no doubt about it. I don't know why I have this feeling, but God of War for sure. So, and just to rotate on the Spider-Man thing, I don't think you guys are far from the target here, but I just feel like it might not be the Spider-Man that you guys initially think. Not so much Insomniac Spider-Man, but more so the Square Enix Crystal Dynamics Spider-Man.
Oh my fucking
yeah!
son.
Because
Yes.
the next day on the 8th, Avengers is releasing a new roadmap for their next season. So like season 1 was the Archers, and then Black Panther ended the first season or whatever. So if it is a Spider-Man, like a big trailer of Spider-Man, it might be for the Avengers game. But I could also see some sort of tease for like Spider-Man 2 because, like Kevin, and kind of what Husk was saying, but mostly what Kevin was saying, because Spider-Man's hot right now. Marvel's doing hotness right now. You know what I'm saying? If I saw that, I would be like, okay, that makes sense, you know? And then, like, y'all were talking about Silent Hill, and I'm just like, who owns the IP? Does Konami still own the IP?
Konami owns it.
How do they have 2 different teams, like, doing that?
Well, so they have said before that there's 2 teams working with the Silent Hill IP right now, right? And there's apparently 2 games. They didn't say who the teams are. They did not say anything. All they said was there's 2 teams, and one of the teams is a Japanese team. Like that. That at least.
Are they like under Konami?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, that's unknown.
We have no idea. Like, I mean, that's where really just where all the rumors were going. You know, where we're just going crazy, right? Like, I remember one of the somebody once, I can't remember at what studio it was. It was like this Japanese composer. I can't remember what it was. He like let something slip, and then they fucking retracted the interview. Where like he kind of like alluded to something with Silent Hill. I don't remember exactly. This was like several months ago. Yeah, he mentioned something in some sort of interview because, yeah, some of these old timers, they fucking, you know, they let shit slip by accident. You know what I mean?
Like,
but what is it?
Because if I was smart, like if I was like a Konami people, and like, because I know they're more into than just like regular video games or whatever, I would have made like my own side department for AAA games, man. I don't know, whatever. They got so many IPs over there that can make huge bucks, and they're just like, yeah, Castlevania, nah, trash. Metal Gear, trash. Silent Hill, nah, pachinko machines. Like, okay, Konami. But anyways, besides that, yeah, the indies, cool. I'm kind of with you guys. I do not want to see Deathloop. I do not want to see Kana. I do not want to see like everything that's kind of already been rehashed.
Yeah,
if anything, I'm so on the verge of just like wanting to buy those games just to kind of like check it off the box to get to the new stuff, because that to me is where I'm at, and that's why I think I'm in this gaming funk right now. It's just I'm just ready for the new stuff. I've been ready for the new stuff, like. You know, you can only play Demon Souls for so long until you're just like, all right, this is what next.
You just can't play Demon Souls forever?
I know, right?
What?
Isn't that
Do you not like Demon Souls? Mike thinks Demon Souls is trash.
trash?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's
No,
a fucking take.
but
Okay.
you know what I mean? I just feel like we're in that time, you know, and I guess this would be a good segue into the Horizon bit, but it's just that time to where it's just like, get that last gen shit out of here. You know, like let's start getting into the 2022 era here. Let's start this next gen gaming thing. I want that really bad. So, but yeah, I hope we get some bangers. You know, got to say that here for Joe. But yeah, I hope we do get some ones that like. I feel like if God of War does show anything on some like on any level, I'll be like, I'm good on that. Like that was enough for me. It's what I expected. But I am with Joe in this small little vein where I'm just like, maybe I should temper my expectations because I don't want to be disappointed later on and being like, man, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm going to go back to playing Mortal Kombat, I guess.
Yeah, I got you. Well, you know what? Since, because since we were talking about it, where was it? Right here. Somebody
Did someone
mentioned,
say God of War 2018 going to PC announcement as well? because that's what I would like to see.
Okay.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't
It'll
seen
probably-
that,
it's
but
gonna go to it.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah. If they make a few PC announcements, that would be pretty cool. Who was it right here? I think it was Diego. Yeah, he mentioned over here. Fuck it, we might as well mention it now since we were going to talk about it earlier or later on. He said, "Do we think we see Alan Wake, even though it's not a new at Sony's show, since it's the first time the game makes its PlayStation debut?" Yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be. I think so. I think there's going to be some third party announcements, definitely for sure. Like Square Enix's game, the one with that girl.
Forspoken.
Yes.
With this showcase, you need a soon, a middle ground, and a far away.
And a coming later, yeah.
She mentioned, but she mentioned on her Instagram
That's
that
cool,
there's going to
Joe.
be something coming up soon, right? Like, I mean, so I did see that.
Is that like a recipe, Joe? Like,
A recipe for success.
that's the recipe.
yeah,
for
that's
success.
what I'm asking. Is
Yeah.
that like, is that an official type of like thing? What you're saying? Soon,
Sure,
far
yeah.
away, and okay,
Yeah, I mean, just take a look at
Marketing, bro.
yeah.
right. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm not in that space.
I'm just,
You
I'm
guys
just
fucking
saying.
lost me, man. You guys fucking lost me. But what was I saying? God damn it. Anyway, yeah. So
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake, thank you. Yeah, so apparently Alan Wake leaked yesterday. Blah blah. Apparently there's a remastered version that was leaked. It's set to release in October. It's actually coming out for the Xbox, for the PS5, and did they say for the Switch too? Oh no, I'm sorry. So PS4, PS5, and Xbox. Obviously Xbox Series X. There's an announcement that's coming next week, and it's apparently releasing on October 5th. And the reason why I bring this up now is because of what Diego had said. You know, is this like a third party? This is obviously a third party game, and is this something that they could possibly announce at next week's show? I think they can. Remember, Sony has a small stake in Epic as well. If you guys are, I'm sorry, not Epic, and yeah, it is in that. Yeah, in Square.
Epic.
No, not
Well,
Square.
No, it's Epic. It's
It's
Epic.
Epic.
That's
Epic
where
is
the
Epic.
game's going to show up.
Epic
Is
is
the Epic
publishing.
Game Store?
Yes,
actually
yes.
showed up in 2019
Oh, did it?
first originally.
Yeah.
and then
There you go.
now it's been
Yeah.
updated. And
So I
that's
think
what that
I think they have like a 5% stake in Epic Games or something like that, from what I remember
One or
correctly,
two,
or
something small.
was it 5 or fucking 2.5% or something like that? But anyway, they have a relationship with Epic, and I think that would be they could possibly do it. I think it's pretty cool actually that the Alan Wake is coming, even though they're calling it a remaster. Windows Central also said that this kind of like they're corroborating this rumor with their own source. So they're saying like this is definitely going to happen. Daniel Ahmed, Z Huge, he's the industry analyst for Nyko Partners, I think. He also said that there's going to be an announcement next week. And then today I saw that apparently, so this is what's weird about this. So apparently it's going to run on a new engine and support ray tracing. The remastered version is going to use the Northlight engine, which previously used in Control, and that apparently it's going to have support for ray traced reflections on the Series X and the PS5 and PC, but obviously not last gen. Obviously, this is yet to be confirmed, but you know, and up to 60 FPS support. This sounds more like a remake than a remaster, to be honest.
I don't like the idea of putting it on any previous gen console at this point. There's not a single remaster or remake that should even touch last gen. That's just my thought.
No, I'm with you, man.
like
I know, and I think anyway. But the whole point is, if it does show up next week, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. You know, especially because it's coming to PlayStation for the first time as well. So now more people.
I'd be
could-
fucking pumped.
Yeah,
Not quite
man,
as
that's
pumped as
awesome.
the Dead Space announcement shit,
Yeah.
but I would be pumped about this because I loved that game. It wasn't for everybody, but I dumped a lot,
I love it, man.
lot of time into it.
I love it, dude.
It was so different.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. So let's get into at least one of the main topics. Right after Sony announced this event, then they opened up the pre-orders for Horizon Forbidden West. And we already know Horizon Forbidden West is coming out in February of 2022, and which isn't really too far away. And pre-orders opened up, and there was, there was the standard edition, and then they had the $200 collector's edition, $260 regala edition, which you can look up. Now, what happened is the standard PS4 version was not. So in this announcement, they said the standard PS4 version could not be upgraded to the PS5. So they said only the $80 deluxe edition includes both console versions. So no plans for an update offer, is what they said. This was confirmed by PlayStation initially, that the PS4 owners who purchased the standard edition of Horizon Forbidden West on PS4 will not be able to upgrade to the new gen PS5 edition. Instead, only those who purchased the $80 deluxe edition or even the more expensive physical editions will be entitled to both PS4 and PS5 versions of the sequel. The standard PS4 version costs $60. This is what ended up setting off a hornet's nest, as we all know, because apparently they were able to, last September, SIE CEO Jim Ryan, he said regarding Horizon Forbidden West's PS4 announcement, he said, "No one should be disappointed. The PS5 versions of those games are built from the ground up to take advantage for the PS5 feature set, and we have an upgrade path for PS4 users to get the PS5 versions for free." It's about people having choice. I'm really quite pleased about the situation. People pulled up all of the shit that he had said, and obviously at launch, even though this was expected to be at the launch of the PS5, they said, Spider-Man Miles Morales was included in this. Sackboy: A Big Adventure was also included in this. And then we've talked to, ad nauseum, and I'm sure you've read up about it and you fucking watched about it, as it was about Ghost of Tsushima's upgrade path as well. From the PS4 to the PS5 version, you could pay $10, or, which doesn't include the DLC and whatnot. I personally didn't mind that. I don't like it, but I didn't mind it, right? Because I know that there's work that goes into this. It doesn't just fucking happen magically where the machine just does it for you. There's a lot of work that goes into
eventually,
this. The standard, yeah. What is it? I'm sorry?
I said eventually that might be the case.
I think so. I think at some point it's going to be, but right now it's not, right? And I think Xbox has done a good job of setting those expectations, with smart delivery itself, because they also, spoke with publishers, before this console generation, and they told them, like, these are things that we want to offer at no cost. How now, if the publishers do want to do it at some point, they're going to have to dictate it themselves too. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, nor will I pretend to know. But I did not mind that itself, but initially with this, as we all know, I thought this was shady as fuck from Sony, just because of the fact that, from before, you were at least giving the option of, telling people, oh, hey, like, if you want to take advantage of these new experience or of these new upgrades, for this new machine, okay, it's $10. Whereas now it just felt like it was more sleazy of them to do it in the way that they did, right? If you buy the PS4 version and you are being a loyal fan to us, I'm sorry, you still can't get it for PS5, even though we have, promised you from before. And you can imagine all the fucking shit that happened, because it's just been piss poor communication from Sony's side. This is not the first time something like this has happened this year, in terms of bad communication. It's been like this since the beginning of, the console generation. And it's really, it's not good for, optics wise. It's just not. A lot of people bitched, it was nonstop bitching for 24 hours. Rightly so. The next day, Sony announced a surprise U-turn on the Horizon Forbidden West PS4 upgrades. Last-gen users will now be able to upgrade to PS5 for free. This was an announcement that was made by Jim Ryan. He said, last year, we made a commitment to deliver free upgrades for our cross-gen launch titles, which included for Horizon Forbidden West. While the pandemic's profound impact pushed it out of the launch window we initially envisioned, we will stand by our offer. PS4 players who purchase Horizon Zero Dawn will be able to Horizon Forbidden West. I have to stop saying Horizon Zero Dawn. Will be able to upgrade to the PS5 version for free. But moving forward, he said, I also want to confirm PlayStation first-party exclusive cross-gen titles that are releasing on PS4 and PS5, both digital and physical, will offer a $10 digital upgrade option from PS4 to PS5. This will apply to the next God of War and Gran Turismo 7, and any other exclusive cross-gen PS4 and PS5 title. So good for them for reversing course. Bad for them for the way that they initially did it. It didn't have to come to this. We've seen this before as well. You know, when Xbox tried to pull a fast one with the Xbox Live Gold, price increase, people went fucking crazy. They reversed course right away. They listened to people, and this was kind of the same thing. In terms of them offering a $10 upgrade, or them, maintaining that $10 tax, if you want to call it. I'm not going to get into that. That's another conversation, that I'm going to get into. But it's not just Sony themselves that are doing this. Take-Two was probably the first publisher that did this. Activision is also doing it. I'm pretty sure at some point EA is doing it, and Sony is doing it for their first-party games. So if you want to include them, into all of this, it's something that they're trying to make an industry standard moving forward in terms of, I personally think right now Xbox is not going to budge for their first party titles, but I do believe at some point, and maybe in the next 2 years, I think they'll probably end up going up to $70. I just personally think so.
Everybody's going up $70.
I think at some point everybody's going to go up to $70.
Even Xbox, one day it'll happen.
Yeah, I do think so. So
yeah,
I'm not I don't mind. I just don't mind, because from my experience with what these games give me and for what I'm paying for them, I know everybody values time and what they pay, differently, and I understand that. I'm not oblivious to that, but at the same time, and I'm not making an excuse for it. I don't like the way Sony did things. I just don't, it's fucking stupid, it's terrible. And then you had like the fucking Sony brigade out and trying to like defend it and like, blah, blah, 1, 2, 3. Like, bro, no.
Well, guys, I'm trying to stop the spread of miscommunication.
Yeah, I know. Spread of miscommunication. Joel, since, you have to change the name of your show because PlayStation is fucking dead. What did you think of all this, man? I know we had a lot. We talked about a lot about this.
Man, oh man. All right, where do I start? So first, is this bad look on Sony? Totally agree.
Sure.
Awful way to handle things. I was talking to a few people in the community. Some of us, like me included, did not realize that they said that this upgrade would be free. I didn't. I totally, boom, out of mind, out of sight. Mm-hmm. And so I was more upset at the fact that you'd have to upgrade this game. Like, there's no upgrade path. Like, you have to buy the game again. Mm-hmm. That was just that blew my mind. That's outrageous. So the fact that we didn't even get to, or people didn't even have an opportunity to upgrade is ridiculous. And that's just pure greed. When it comes to, seeing the quote, reading it, they definitely, I could see honestly where people would get, they didn't necessarily promise anything. Mm-hmm. But it's not necessarily the Yanni or Laurel situation that the internet was trying to give out to everybody. And even Sony said it. We said that this would be free, and we're going to have it. We're going to give it to you. And they changed course, 24 or 48 hours after the fact. And this is a good move by Sony to honor what they stated before, honor the fans, honor the agreement, and then also lay out what the future is going to be afterwards for any cross-gen games. So your Gran Turismo, your God of War, and whatever else is out there, that it's going to have an upgrade path. And then that becomes a different conversation. I don't care as long as the game doesn't have any microtransactions. If the game's going to be, $70, this is, as much as I enjoyed the $60 ride that we were getting for, what is it, over 15 years, it's over. Yes, inflation happens. These companies don't want to take a hit on their revenue streams. They want to keep it going up, up, up. Games are becoming more and more expensive to develop. Whatever the case may be, the hard reality
people forget it's been 60 since the 90s, depending on the title.
Yeah, and so for
cartridge
me, it's just
games, seriously,
dude, Mario was like $90. So we have to kind of get into the fact that games have
they don't want to hear about
never been
inflation,
cheaper.
bro.
They're new to gaming. That's
No,
why.
it's not. They're just new to they're
Life.
just
They're new
subservient
to
brand.
ignorance.
Something, yeah.
Because like a lot of these people are like, oh, is a Game Pass the most revolutionary thing since sliced bread? Is it the best? It's like better than my whole family. If you didn't think about it, it's like, it's so much. It's too much. So yeah, games are going to go up in price. Yeah, and I know for a fact everybody wanted Sony to lead the charge on this so that they can do it, so that they weren't marked the quote unquote bad guy. Because yes, EA's doing it, Activision's doing it, 2K's doing it. Give it 2 years tops. Ubisoft's going to do it. Everyone is going to do it. Microsoft one day will do it. I'm telling you this right here, right now. Taking the long bet, the long game on this one. Because after a while, that $70 experience, that $70 is the standard. And anything below is going to be perceived AA or not as quality.
Sure.
So everybody's going to slowly roll into this.
I agree
And
with you.
You
yeah.
can kick and scream, but the market has already dictated. Doesn't matter how many pandering tweets you want to make. The audience, the marketplace has spoken. They don't care, right? Call of Duty continues to sell well on PS4 and PS5. Madden continues to sell really good on PS4, PS5.
Oh, I'm so
FIFA
sick of that
sells.
fucking
NBA
franchise.
2K?
Jesus.
$70.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. NBA, all these games, they're selling at 70. The math isn't on your side here, buddy. You've lost the war. And I gave up a long time ago.
Story.
To me, if I get experiences like Horizon without any fluff, I don't really care the price that I'm going to pay. You know, as long as it's not absolutely egregious.
Yeah, as
And I
long as we
think-
keep 70 for, let's say another 30 years. Let's just
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
just go 30 years and 70,
And
we can
increase
only
it $10 every 30 years on
The
Mario.
problem, you see, look, the thing is too here is when you're talking about this thing, you're not sitting here. Whenever we talk about the price point, whenever it's mentioned, this is not us saying like we're okay. Oh, like, oh, fuck it. Like $70 is okay. It's not bootlicking. It's just a matter of accepting the fact that this is going to happen. Right?
Reality.
Like,
Yeah,
like, I mean,
it's
because it's
reality,
turned into this
exactly.
console war fucking stupidity, between 60 and 70, as if I haven't been fucking buying games for 30 years.
Well,
you know what I mean?
here's the thing.
Oh
Phil
my
Spencer
God.
loves me. You guys don't understand that.
No,
He
I'm just
cares
saying, like,
for me.
but this is
I'm
where the
his little baby
conversation
boy.
goes now, right? Like, if you say, like, guys, like $70 is gonna happen.
He's my big spoon buddy.
Like, bro, no, it's gonna fucking happen.
Like,
At some point.
and my question, like, the thing that I think about is like when Game Pass goes up in price, because it is, because the price that I think it was even in one of their, was it one of their like returns? It's like this is a price for growth. This isn't a price that's going to be. It's not going to be 15 for, by the next 5 years. That thing's going to go up. So like, I'm really curious when it goes up, what the price of that's going to look like.
Yeah.
And to me, keep that same energy, man. Because
Halo
much as-
Infinite. If Halo Infinite launched for $70, you think I would have given a fuck?
Exactly.
I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially knowing that they spent $500 million on the production of Halo Infinite and the Slip Space engine. Granted, yes, they created the Slip Space engine, but imagine $500 million they invested into Slip Space and Halo Infinite. Now they're launching Halo Infinite for $60, not 70. But if it was going to launch for 70, would you have been surprised? I really, honestly, would not have been. I swear to God.
And I wouldn't have
I
cared.
would have
wanna
been
buy
just
Halo.
for the campaign.
Here's the thing, and I think more people need to
4 is
realize this
launching
because
for
I
Battlefield 2042 is launching for 70 with fucking
that's
multiplayer only. Even though, I know there's a lot of meat on that bone, but yeah, go
and
ahead.
to
Joe, I'm
me,
sorry.
I think the thing that we like, because I feel like an apologist when I say this, they know they have you. That you're not that strong. You're not gonna. They know that they could jack this price up slowly and incrementally, and you're going to be fine about this because if you could spend $20 on a Fortnite skin or a Warzone pack, you're gonna be fine with this. PlayStation knows that they have some of the best games, best franchises, best IP out there. They know that they can charge you $70 and you're going to go out there. Because just take a look at this right here. Shang-Chi, in the middle of a panorama, is boosting big numbers.
Yep.
People are risking their own health to go out and see a movie. People are renting.
Woo!
theaters for hundreds of dollars.
And that's why E3 is coming back next year.
And that's why E3 is coming back next year. But it's also the reason why we like to talk a whole lot of shit. But
That's
at
what
the
I
end
was
of the
gonna
day,
say.
we
We only find the hardcores on Twitter. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
I'm just wondering. Okay, just making
They
sure.
used to be from M4G. They moved over to Twitter. Now they're in Twitter Spaces where they all start having these weird bukkake parties. It's
Like,
gross.
look at
and
this.
It's weird.
Look at this guy complaining about $70 buying the fucking collector's edition. Like, oh, how dare you, Kevin?
I know.
God.
Twitter still ain't got shit on Facebook, and I'm glad I ditched that app a long ass fucking time ago. I'm just saying,
My
it could
aunts
be a
and
lot
uncles
worse.
yelling at each other.
Oh Jesus.
Husk, you got anything to say about this?
The one thing I have to say about this, I don't know how people are going to think about it. This was a fucking PR stunt.
Ooh, I
Plain
like
and
that.
simple. That's it. Bottom
think it
line.
was
Oh,
End of
you're
story.
saying
Well, you
they
think it was
made it
intentional.
up to bring it back to free and be like, oh, PlayStation is fucking. Oh,
Dude,
that's
they
cold,
have been
Husk.
getting their
I like the way
No,
you think,
it-
bro. I
Dude,
like it.
if I'm head of marketing, I fucking make this move. I'm like, you're shit in the bed right now. We need to fucking do something. And that's it. That's a big one because it makes it they just made like they listened. Like even
Yeah.
if it wasn't on purpose, I give them praise. But
Yes.
dude, it
No, okay, real talk.
I got you,
I
Husk.
got you for just 1 sec. I'll take this one for just 1
go
sec.
for it.
It's so strange that we're like, because we're like, okay, cool. PlayStation. This is how I say it. PlayStation, listen to fans. Good on you. But there are people that are like, look at Sony's listening to us. They care. They have their ear to the ground. They love us. It's just like we forget rose tinted glasses, whatever the fuck. Xbox is going to charge you double, practically force you over to Game Pass.
Yes.
Right, for Xbox Live. And they listened 24 hours in less than 24 hours, and they're like, look at that, guys. Huh?
Backlash.
Look at that. They listen to us. They listen to the community because Phil cares about me. He cares. They were right about to fuck you over. Ooh. They were right about to shaft you. And you're happy because they listened?
Yeah.
No, they listened to if we did this, people are going to leave us. We are in a position where we need momentum to push forward. Like, this is not something to be cheerful at. Like, yeah, look at this community and they listen to their fans. This is a business transaction, right? This is what we have to think of it as. They're about to bone us. We come together. They finally listen to us.
They wanted that shit.
And if I'm PR guy, yeah, it's
Why,
such a good
though?
PR.
Right
move.
No,
Like,
but do you
Mic
understand how
drop,
much?
leaving the office.
Yeah, but that does so much damage, though. That's why, like, I'm not so convinced about the fact that this was done intentionally. I think it was just fucking. It seems to me that it's just their communication is just shitty, to be honest with you, and it's been spotty for the past year.
Oh, you're
You know
not
what I mean?
wrong there. You're not wrong there, but you had to make a move to
Yeah,
change
I know,
that narrative,
but
right?
to do something, but that's just a bad fucking look, man. Because you're
But
a
you
big
already had a bad look.
But
out.
here's the thing. But this is a big conglomerate that you're talking about. For them to make a fucking mistake like that intentionally and take that fucking hit, only to turn around and realistically, Husk, let's look at it this way, right? Even if they turned around and said like, "Oh, hey guys, we're sorry. We're gonna honor our fucking promise from before," right? But here, that's what's crazy to me. If you look at Jim Ryan's fucking quote, he said, we're going to honor what we said before, and we're going to give you the upgrade that we're gonna give you it for free. Why did you not honor it then before when all of this shit broke out? When all of this shit broke, why was it
because
not honored?
not everybody thinks like we do, Mo. That's just how it is. You think about the general. All right. Think about the general fucking public, the general people on any side of gaming that look at it through this fucking little pane of glass. It's this fucking big. No open-minded nothing. You see this shit, and all of a sudden everybody's up in arms, and they're starting arguments, and PlayStation's trending, and they're fucking being talked about. And oh my God, they're shit in the bed. And then Jim Ryan comes out
My friend?
and says he's honoring it. He's like, Sorry. Total miscommunication. I promise you. We will honor blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, he's back up on his pedestal. And that nothing but positive shit's coming out about PlayStation. That's all you're hearing. Even from fucking Xbox people. Thanks for listening. Awesome. Good shit.
We did this.
Think about or Xbox and PlayStation. Everybody is just clamoring right now that they made this happen. If you're the guy if you're the head of the fucking PR department, marketing department, you are, god damn, you are sitting on a throne and you have a fucking raging hard on right now because of how much people love you at the moment. Now, I will say, so I called this shit. We'll never know. But I said the same shit last year about Halo. That game was never gonna fucking release last year. They did that shit on purpose too, because they knew people would bitch about it. You ain't gonna release Halo Infinite a year before its 20th anniversary and a year before Bungie's 30th. Are you fucking kidding me? How fucking ignorant do people have to be to like realize that this is a fucking huge corporation? Like they have groups and groups of people just picking at everything all day long. Like, you know what we should do? We should piss people off. And we'll turn around and make them happy by not doing what we said we were going to do, and they're going to praise us for it. That's how the world works. That's what I mean by like the general. You guys see them all day on Twitter. They exist.
Yeah.
I'm just people.
Isn't there a saying that
think
says there's no such thing as bad
beyond
PR?
the box? Plug. Shameless.
I think
me,
more so
Husk.
I think this very good. This, from what my understanding of Sony communications right now is, it's on fire, and they've been taking this whole global panorama and trying their best. Honest to goodness, I don't think this was so much on purpose from Sony. I think this is their heads are not talking to each other. Their foundation of which they
Lack
need
of
to build upon.
communication.
Yeah. So the communication
They're bad
division.
at communicating.
Oh yeah, they are. And so so their department probably got a word of this and like, all right, Jimbo, listen, you said a thing again. You're gonna have to go back on this. Possible lawsuit, not a good look. Every time we're gonna put out something Horizon related, this is gonna be there. No upgrade path. Wow, this is boneheaded. I don't even know why you thought this was good. We need to circle back on this.
Sure. Yeah. Kevin, let me move over to you, man. I know
so sorry,
your
Kev.
mic is muted.
Yeah,
homie.
you're muted.
Oh, you're good. I said, just to chime in, I think, aside from all this drama, aside from, it being a PR stunt or a mistake or how people read that, blog post, I think the only way after that backlash, regardless of how you read that blog post, was this decision, right? To roll back for Horizon. What I'm most excited for is the fact that we actually got a upgrade path, like a legit in writing upgrade path for future games. That's huge because I just want to know what to expect, right? And I think that's what consumers want to know. Like, okay, now I can buy this PS4 version and I do have an upgrade path, right? And that's nice. I don't think people really care about the $10, deal. They just want to know that they can buy it now and upgrade it later. And I think that's huge. So I'm glad that came out, and that's all I have to say on it. I mean, I got so much shit posted up my fucking my screenshot of me pre-ordering both the collector's editions. Oh my god, dude, I got some angry fucking DMs.
Did you really?
People like the truth, Kevin.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
man,
the best part
like
about
that,
Twitter is when a post like that gets so bombarded.
Oh, it's
with
so much fun.
asshats and negativity.
It's so much fun. I
That
actually
your
have a lot of
block
fun.
button gets some proper work, and your timeline.
Oh, I don't block
becomes
anybody. I love that
beautiful.
shit.
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
fucking hate
I
people.
love
Hell
how
no.
they're just
Bye,
like, you see this right here? This is what's going to keep Sony afloat.
and like,
It's
dude,
like
it's kind of
Kevin
a joke.
alone. Like,
Yeah, me
really?
alone brought
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
the Sony company. Sony's dead because of me. But no, I really do like that they finally came out. Good old Jimbo Lion Ryan came out and told us that how we can upgrade, and I appreciate that. Like, we just need more of that, right? Just tell us what's up, with this cross-gen shit, because there's still a whole lot of PS4s out there and not a whole lot of PS5s. So people will be upgrading, but a lot of people are going to play the game. I mean, they're going to pick it up for their PS4. So good on them. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, no, you made a few good points on.
I'm scrolling in this, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, but I think that's the best thing about it is, you know, they're sticking to their guns at least. You know, he could have. That's the thing. If he would have said, guys, every PS4 game moving forward, if it's going to be a cross-gen game, it's going to be a complete upgrade. It's going to be a free upgrade to PS5. I think that would have probably been, that would have fell in line more with like, oh, hey, we did this on purpose. Let's be the fucking hero that swoops in and saves the day, right? But realistically speaking, that's why I'm more convinced of the fact that this was just a fuck up on their end from a communications perspective, right? They brainstormed. They're like, all right, man, let's just fucking do this. Let's just give this for free and tell them going forward, like Kevin said, this is what we're going to be doing, and it's done. That's it. It's in writing. It's in stone. No more fucking turning back from this. You can't argue about this anymore. You can bitch about it, but it's said. It's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mike, you got anything to add?
Yeah,
to this?
just real quick. At the end of the day, if I want to play Horizon Forbidden West, I'm going to pay that fucking price tag. Period. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care how big of a PlayStation fan or how big of an Xbox fan you are. If you want to play Horizon, if you want to play Halo or whatever it is, and it costs that price tag, you're going to have to pay for it. Or you can sit your ass on the fucking bench and pick it up in 3 months when it's on sale.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. You can watch that shit on YouTube while everybody else is having fun. You can't say anything that will change that. And that's all I got to say on that. And I'm saying that as that's a shitty look on PlayStation, and I'm not even that big of a Horizon fan. I like the game. Whatever, but I'm still going to pay $70 to play it on day one.
How dare you?
Lots of
because
virtue signaling out there.
Because I got to get in the party, bro. If I want to get in the party, hey, I got to spend the dime to get it, man.
How are you going to get that $70? How are you going to get that $10 extra?
I don't know. I think breathing just kind of accumulates money in my bank account.
No, man. Don't buy diapers for your kid. Don't.
Breathing costs so much
shit all over the floor.
I might have to give a kid
Breathing's not
just to make that extra. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
sell
man.
blood and semen to make this 70.
Yeah.
If it was 60,
seriously.
no problem.
Plasma. I gave my plasma.
I got these cheeseburgers.
Why do you have blood in your semen, Joe? You should see a doctor.
See if I get that reference, please.
Guys, at the end of the day, the common recurring theme here is PS is dead.
PlayStation's dead, dude.
That's a good way to wrap
Good
it all
run.
up. PlayStation's
Good run.
dead. Nope.
Yeah,
Sad day.
Mike,
Phil
you have
Spencer killed him.
Mike, you got Wild Boy in your fucking corner right here, bro. He wants you president in 2024 already. Yeah. Oh shit. And here, look, man. Yeah, to get that $10 that you're gonna need, just remember use old T-shirts.
Oh yeah, Diego knows the ways, baby.
Yeah, man, absolutely, bro.
Just tear it in half, you know. Got to.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, boys. Yeah, that was a hell of a fucking time. The funny thing is we even had more topics at hand, but this got a little bit. This one.
I'll sum up the Halo topic real quick for everybody. They took in all the feedback. We'll see visible player shield strength in the next flight. We'll see. We won't see any UI or UX elements until post-launch. And they had to reiterate for the 90th fucking time battle pass progression. Calm the fuck down, people. And that's pretty much
going to be okay. All right.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Quit fucking letting your vagina eat your panties. Get the sand out of it.
Yeah, that's
fuck, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, jeez.
Hell yeah.
And Halo is dead as well, guys. So just
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking dead. Well, guys,
I'm still hyped.
No, fuck yeah. I just want to play my single player campaign. Oh, you co-op whiny ass.
I gotta be Jordan for a second. If you guys like the show, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Nice. We appreciate it. It just gives us a little morale boost over here. And yeah, thank you, chat, for showing up.
I don't know how the fuck more people don't watch this live. Kev. I always watch your shit late. I can't catch it live. It's a Sunday. I'm sorry.
That's all good, man. We appreciate everybody that catches it, either live or after the fact.
Everybody else, man. Thank you guys, Husk and Joe and everybody in the chat for coming with us on Sunday. I know it's Labor Day weekend. You know, everybody's with their families, but we always appreciate you guys. Joe, Where can they find you, my friend?
Well, you can find me over at the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players, where each and every Thursday, me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, greatest, all things PlayStation. But this week, we're going to be Monday and Friday. We have a prediction show on Monday. We have the Aftermath on Friday.
Hell
It's going to
yeah.
be a nice week. We're going to be streaming it.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle's good at it. I don't have to focus on streaming anymore. That's great. So join us there.
Hands
React
down,
along with us.
the best PlayStation centric channel
Thank
on
you.
fucking YouTube.
Thank you.
End of story. And audio
Husk.
platforms for that
Absolutely,
matter.
man.
That's right. And speaking of audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, we're trying to get to 200 reviews on the US storefront. So we're going to be giving away a copy of Kina, A Bridge of Spirits, if we hit 200. I'm not going to just give it away. Okay? I'm not like, we have to earn it. You want it, you earn it. There's no participation trophies in the trophy room. We earn our platinums here.
Can't
Now,
buy
that's
that
for
shit.
Kyle will buy the platinums because, yeah. And again, thank you for having me, guys. You know, Mo, you fucking know. Anytime, anywhere, I'm here. I fucking
I love you,
guys
bro.
so
I
much.
appreciate it, man. He fucking you're always down, man. I know. I asked him a few hours before the show. I'm like, hey, man, we're talking about PlayStation. What's up, bro? You trying to get in here?
I'm like, I got some rage.
Thanks again, Joe. I appreciate you, man. Husk, brother, man. Thank you for being with us, bro. We'll have you on again. You and our brothers and lady, our sister from GBTB. Where can they find you at, man?
You can find us on Wednesdays, of course. You can find me at ACS_Husk on Twitter and every other fucking platform. I just want to say thanks for the invite, man. I had a blast. Like
Yeah, you're welcome. man.
I'm like if you invite me, I will make a Sunday work in the future. Like
Yeah, definitely.
hands
man.
down,
Yeah.
no joke. Fucking love you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming. I know
Sony did it on purpose.
Yeah, they did,
Sony
man.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, Archimedes Boxenberger is
Yes.
on the creator feature in 4 hours.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
nice.
Oh yeah. Wait,
on-
4 hours.
on our
You're
channel.
recording
Yeah,
live in 4 hours?
We're going live at midnight Mountain.
morning
with
for him, right?
2 EST, 2
Yeah,
EST, and then 8
Gotcha.
CES.
bless.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At
So you're gonna
UK.
be up for a hot minute tonight. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
That's another
Okay.
reason why we got covered.
Yeah.
in
Well,
the chat.
good luck to you. Good luck on that one, man. Yeah, we'll definitely catch that. It's fucking
Oh,
awesome.
I gotta
Definitely
talk to all you fuckers on this screen about being on that show too.
yeah, definitely, man.
We'll get
Yeah. So, Kevin, Mike, you guys got anything
Got nothing, baby. Thank you, everybody that comes out.
for sure?
Yes, sir. Go watch those Dead Space animated movies.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Go watch them.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say because they're awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you guys for coming out, Joe, Husk. You guys are awesome. Like I love talking with level-headed cats that can see it from all different angles because, man, that Twitter app, it'll fuck you up. It'll fuck you up man.
If you
just
let
like-
it. If you let
Dude,
it.
yeah, exactly. You'll be like, are these people really believing what they're saying? And you just got to move on,
Slap
But the strength that it takes to just like ignore it is just like, I'm running out of it, man. And so I'm just like, it's really awesome to talk to level-headed people, and especially guys that not only are experienced but like use that experience and like make the community better because. It just sucks whenever you're having conversations or you're in a space about, like, let's just say Avengers, for instance. I see so much shit about that game where I'm just like, it just feels like you don't get it. Like, you're not tracking on what this game is or, like, what the creators or what even it takes to make a game, for example. You know what I mean? Not that I know exactly, but I just feel like some people just are in a space to get reactions instead of make it a better place. You know what I mean? And so, and I really get the,
100%.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, Joe. You know what I'm saying. So,
That's
you know,
YouTube.
you gotta pass knowledge on and get everybody like, it's just easy to be like, oh yeah, you're like, you don't know as much as me. Yeah, you know what I mean? But anyways, to elevate the level, elevate the gaming space, it's a good thing. So I like it.
Definitely, man. Oh yeah.
That's
All right.
true.
Well.
That'd be good.
All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your weekend. If you guys have off tomorrow for this 3-day weekend, I hope you guys enjoy it with your families. And we'll
Or
catch you guys next
mistresses
Sunday.
or secret families.
Yeah, secret families, or your secret families, yeah, illegitimate children, whatever it is, man. Yeah, definitely. Pampa, I love you, man. Thank you.
Or
Hit
it's all a
that
PR
hit
move.
that
Who
like
knows?
button, guys. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
anyway, yeah, man. I'm Mo, and for everybody else, thank you guys for coming again. Hopefully, we'll catch you next Sunday. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Bye. Later.
Bye.